I will try not to swear for 30 seconds.
Are we not allowed to swear?
YouTube, yeah, you can swear because 90% of our stuff doesn't get monetized anyway, because YouTube just doesn't like it.
So if we don't swear
for 30 seconds, we have a chance at monetization.
Right.
Yeah.
We stand a very slim.
Yeah.
The YouTube algorithm stuff is just, it's like, there should be college courses at this point on like.
Yeah, I'm of the, there's just a bunch of mice and they randomly select like, you know, balls out of a ball pit. Sup?
Oh, you broke the 30 seconds.
We were at 49 seconds.
This is hence why we don't get monetized too often.
You never get monetized. We're good. I'm not about to let that happen.
And that's like, there's times where the three of us will say it and she'll say, oh yeah, we're good. And then, you know, 28 seconds, like, son of a bitch. Like, fuck, there it goes. And then it's just whatever.
Yeah. Never really works out.
Yeah. What's up, everybody in the chat? Matt Wood out there, you know, trying to assassinate insurance people. Is that what you're doing?
I can't say I blame him.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen to a nicer guy.
Nope. Oh, what do you need? Oh, your iPad?
Power, buddy.
Okay. It's true. Can't go far without it.
Headphoning it up.
Yeah.
There he is. Ransom Garage. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're well. What does Pete do? Besides build race cars, I assume, for you know, seasonal depression. Does Pete get seasonal depression?
No, Pete doesn't get seasonal depression.
I can't imagine it. I can't imagine it. You know, just keeps busy. So that's, I don't know if you heard, the assassin who shot the insurance guy. No, they didn't catch him yet, as far as I know. But he ran away.
Right.
Ran away on a city bike.
Yeah, of course he did. That's
One of the rented bikes, dude.
I mean, I don't know anything about the duty shop, but like
I have no clue. Yeah, I know.
a couple guys good lineup behind him.
I know nothing.
All in the same industry.
There we go. Season never stops for Pete. I think it's working. I can hear it now.
Are you touching?
Touching the yes.
Just touching yes. Come on. I'm all ready to go.
Let's see.
Sing away before I forget it.
All right. Corey, here's the.
Yeah,
Where the hell is it? There's this one. It probably is.
Oh,
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. That one.
everything has a bike. Remember the Trump assassination attempt? That guy was like biking around.
He also left on a bike too.
Bikes sketchy.
Outlaw him.
Don't trust him.
Can't do it. Let me close. Actually, before I close that, it's this number right here.
So I want to open up here. There we go. Oh, I get some super good breaking news.
Love
when I
that.
was supposed to be listening to this board meeting I was just in, but you know, I kind of listened.
You were there. You were there.
Someone's like, "What, can you skip it?" I'm like, "Well, I'm about to be president of the organization, so."
Is this shook or we're about to see a intruder? There he is.
Oh my God!
Oh, he made it.
You're not wrong.
Should have been here 30 seconds ago. No, he's here. He's here, Pete. I think he's just going.
Everybody relax, Shook's here.
Stepping right into his office, which is the bathroom.
I don't know. It seems like he's rummaging around. Oh, you got a camping chair?
Oh, there we go.
Here we go. You camping? You get your keyboard and mouse set up right there. Put on your lap.
I gotta get a couple Steve Weisers over here.
You gotta get him.
Yeah, we gotta grab.
Grab a couple
I threw a
Stevies.
few 6-packs in there when I got here. It's gonna be chilly.
Oh, they've been warming up for me?
Yeah, they should be chilly. Yeah, spin that baby around. Here you go. You want me to split this mic?
What do you got? You like that? Oh, you like, yeah.
Oh, you
It's
missed
incredible.
that? That's a gift
Yeah.
from the boys.
I'm going to start smoking, dude.
Cigars?
We're buying cigars next week. We're gonna have them. It's gonna, this whole room's gonna turn yellow. Double D 603. What's up? Hopefully you're good. Hopefully you had a nice turkey week,
Here we go.
turkey
We're
day,
in. We're
whatever.
in.
Same thing.
Every week, this makes me type my password in to get in, and I just...
Refuse to save it.
No, it doesn't matter. That
Oh,
is
even if
with
you say-
saving it. That
okay.
is with remembering, saving,
this is
remembering
it-
this device.
Is this Google?
This is Google.
Okay.
This is revival email specifically.
Okay. We got tight security.
Yeah. You get tighter security than all my other email
And
accounts.
the thing is, just a couple buttons that I either click or don't click.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
read. I don't know. I just let them go.
Yeah, we're good. I got what? Dude, even actually it's funny, all the people finding me out the revival email for all the Cyber Monday, Black Friday stuff.
It's
Leave me alone.
it's unbelievable.
It's leave me alone.
What the hell was it the other day? Oh, Tanya and I were talking about buying our daughter a like at-home gymnastics mat.
Okay.
Within 15 minutes,
Oh,
she gets home. and
every
she's-
brand under the sun.
and it's just like this at-home gymnastics mat with a bar, and it's this whole elaborate setup, and it's in pink, and it's obviously for home use.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And she's like, "How does that?" I'm like, "Because it's tracking where you are, and it's listening to you constantly.
Yeah.
That's why."
Yeah, that's why I talk into my wife's phone all the time about
And just set it off.
sequential gearboxes and whatever.
Get her familiar with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you guys racing with me for Viper Day? Do you remember Viper Day?
Viper Day.
Yeah. Nah, you'd remember.
Oh, yeah.
We were there.
Oh, yeah. You guys you see the picture in the bathroom? You can't talk about it that hard.
At Cannon, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Next time you're in the bathroom, have a look around.
That mic, spin it so the front of it's facing you.
It never happened, though, obviously.
No, I
That's
didn't know.
AI.
Yeah, it was AI. Yeah, that was the very beginning of AI.
I think AI
Started
was
at
driving.
Cannon.
It's nature day.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
On this.
With me?
Throw two hands on
Yeah,
it.
it's dynamic, so it
You look-
works. There you go. Just like that should be good.
I was just telling these boys, they can speak for me, how much I appreciate you driving down here.
It's true.
All right.
Were you in the Shire? Yeah.
It's the last 20 minutes of the drive that is horrific.
Yeah,
20
dude.
minutes / 2 miles of the drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really fine until you get into Rhode Island.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
And then you're like, why the fuck does this place exist? Once you get beyond my house in Rhode Island,
Yeah.
Yeah.
once you get
Right. You get
Rhode
to that
Island
6
proper, dude. You
past
get
Route
there's a
6,
couple
yeah.
towns in Rhode Island before it gets real shit,
Yeah.
and then it gets real shit.
Because when you're in those other towns, you think you're in Connecticut, and it's like, oh, this ain't
Oh,
so
we got
bad.
Matt Rabbit saying it's super quiet this week.
You mean us, just in general?
Oh, everything looked the same.
Yeah.
I think I just blew my vocal cords out. I'm gonna have to talk like NPR for the rest of the day.
We're coming off our coming off a lot of tryptophan. I haven't had an energy drink today.
Corey just rode a bike up from New York.
Yeah.
Black hoodie, rode the city bike back.
Backpacking.
Yo, that guy's sporting supplies sucked.
Yeah.
That slide's supposed to rack itself, buddy.
Why was?
Watch a video.
No,
Oh, I didn't know there was a video. Holy shit!
Oh, there's a video.
Oh my god! How was there a
Must have
video?
been subsonic.
Hold on.
the size of the can was crazy. Like how big.
Oh, the
was.
can? Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
That's yeah.
Must be a-
It's in this one.
I don't know how far we can get into it on microphones.
Yeah, probably not too deep. I'm just
Life insurance assassination.
In bear suit?
No, dude. I mean,
Oh my God.
it's really it happened today.
No, it was this morning.
it was literally just this morning.
Oh, I saw that.
Holy shit! Is that fucking
Wait, there's a video of it happening?
dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Of course there is.
It's New York City.
Is that Clint Eastwood shooting that thing?
Dude,
The
Clint-
fucking barrel on that.
Oh yeah, but Clint Eastwood would have had to rack his own slide.
Blue guy?
Yeah. Dude,
my God.
that's crazy.
That's like a printed sporting good. It must be. 'Cause
Yeah,
it
to
either jammed
run
or
that.
he had to,
It
like,
jam every shot. That's crazy.
every shot. It must have been a high point.
We have to bleep that out now. We're gonna get sued.
Jesus.
Posted publicly online. I don't know. You
No,
know?
it's no big deal.
It was on Reddit at like noon.
Yeah.
It was
Oh, the Shinzo Abe
Two-
special.
2
And the
minutes
Shinzo
after.
Abe's was way worse than that,
It
dude.
was because I said it was a high point.
We can't throw any companies under the bus.
No, it's because it worked so well.
It works so well. You're absolutely right.
Every
Hey,
shot
got the job done.
got the job done.
Shook, our audio, are we in the yellow? Normal speaking? Seem pretty normal?
Hello, hello.
Normal speaking.
1, 2, 1, 2, check 1,
Yeah,
2.
I think it's a little light.
on the output. Just if we could
Peaking!
bump up that output to
Peaking.
the
I bumped it.
okay.
All right, perfect.
Bump
Yeah.
it again.
I gave Daddy a bump.
Give Daddy a little bump.
You know,
Give me a little key bump.
Give me a little
it
taste
only,
of the bump.
it only takes one. All right, I think we're good. Do
Everything
you guys
should
have
look
any
good over
questions
there, right?
before we get going?
no.
I think
Thanks
you're
for
just
the
familiar.
invite.
Yeah, no,
thank
thank you for
Welcome to
being
the
here.
nightmare.
Yeah.
Wow, Corey, I like your mic stand, dude.
Yeah, you like that?
Oh, that's good.
That's really,
You like
that's
that?
brilliant.
You know, we had
Problem solving
a
101 over here.
we had a 20-minute conversation about options of how to fix the mics.
Yeah, we had
with these
engineering
guys.
We're
Yeah.
gonna overcomplicate.
Oh, yeah,
it.
you guys can fix the shit out of these
We're gonna
things.
drop,
It only
you know-
take like hundreds of man hours.
I was gonna say,
We should have brought the 3D scanner.
Just scan these babies out. Make them say revival in cursive.
yeah, exactly.
They have a nice flat surface to put a nice NDI machine logo on.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
dude.
definitely do.
yep,
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yep.
big for you guys.
it's gonna be huge. All right, I think we're good to go. Shook, you ready to do the
YSN Maestro.
3, 2, 1?
So fucking ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Your face looks ready.
He's really,
Very
ready,
ready.
dude.
I don't know what you do.
He's like an angry pirate.
And 3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Chuck Hu
Heyo.
and Corey.si.
Hello, hello.
Shook TD's over there hanging out.
Hello.
I don't know. Are you listening to us on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, voice memo.
Got it.
And in studio, we have the boys from NDI MAchine here to talk about all the things that they do on a day-to-day basis. They have some brains, and we're going to pick them. Gentlemen, can you please introduce yourselves?
Yeah, sure. My name is Nick Nikoloff. I'm one half of the owner of NDI MAchine.
And I'm Bear Collins. I'm the better half.
Oh, damn. Immediately off the jump. Love that.
We are going to ask them about, what they're doing at NDI, race car wise, what they're fabbing, all that sort of stuff. They also brought us a very lovely gift. We can hit that right at the top of the
Hit that
right
right
at
now.
the top of the podcast because probably one of the nicest gifts we've ever received on the show.
It's a challenge.
It's
Nice
just-
gift.
It's a piece that'll live on the table forever now.
Wow.
Love that.
It's a very nice ashtray.
I'm gonna also take up smoking cigars.
Yeah, we're going to pick up
Yeah,
Smoking
we're all going to
Stoves.
smoke it
I
up.
was hoping you guys would. I was,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's in my ever changing effort to become more and more like Tony Soprano on a day to day basis. I think it's time to add the cigars.
You start
Yeah.
fucking those lungs up.
That's it.
Get to that right breathing.
That's
I
it.
told you there's no reason why you shouldn't dress like him already.
There is one reason I looked up a lot of the shirts, bit out of my price
Hey,
range.
speaking of Tony Soprano, I
What do you mean? Just
didn't
go
wear my
Kohl's.
sunglasses.
100
Look at this watch you got on over there.
Oh, the Bulova?
Shit.
Yeah,
Damn. Let me see that thing.
it's eBay.
Give me that.
I think they're just like
Yo, I didn't know you
they're just
got
like
it.
silky bowling shirts. You'll be
Come
all
on.
right.
So you can get cheap ones for like
Yeah.
$30.
Look at some.
But then the ones that he wears,
Yeah.
silk and cotton,
Mhm.
bit of a mix.
Yeah.
They really get up there in price range.
Yeah.
Look at
I think
Josh.
Cole- I think
Green
Cole's will do you
double
right.
diver, pass it down.
What's
Look at
that?
I think Cole's will do you
Josh
right.
coming
Yeah,
at
yeah.
him,
Oh,
dude.
that's
Yeah.
exactly
This is
because
right up to you.
I think we go
Yeah, dude, that
just
thing's
pull
sick.
just
Flag
pull
can
a,
tell.
first, dude.
polo with vertical color differential. That's,
That's
it.
super hot, man. I've never seen this. What's it? It's a devil diver
Devil diver. Yeah.
in green.
Mhm.
Do you see this thing?
No.
This thing's sick, dude.
I received
came
it
in
and
the
I'm
room,
like,
I
this
was like,
thing's
wow.
way too nice.
What a watch.
It's way too nice.
I saw the watch.
It's cool. They make the orange one. I kind of want to get that one now too.
It's green.
I was like, wow, what a
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah, green and black.
It's kind of gray.
We've been down this road before.
That thing looks sick, dude. I really like it.
Tall. It's nice.
So, and that's
What's up, Rick Vidub?
I'm kind of into the below the heritage stuff now too.
We're a heritage guy.
I like that. It goes in a good direction, and they're cheap on eBay.
That's how it starts, buddy.
It's I think that's where it's going to end.
The nightmare
It's going
continues.
to end right there. But yes, I think every day I really inch closer and closer to Soprano lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly, dude. You're almost there. You got to get those shirts on the second hand. They're probably cheap.
Right. I think if I just go to Savers,
Oh,
Yep.
dude, Sabres would get
find
you
a
right.
big bowling community, and I think I'd be able to just really fill out, get it going.
Dude, it'd be beautiful.
Driving the wrong car, you need a Suburban.
Yeah.
Suburban
Those are
white
cheap.
Escalade.
Those are cheap, dude. Rust, not an issue.
Yeah,
Just send it.
doesn't matter.
No, he had an Escalade. Didn't he have a
He did have
first
an
gen
Escalade. Yep.
with the
Yeah.
with the fucking tape on cladding?
Yep.
He started with the maroon.
Suburban.
Yeah, the maroon
Suburban.
Suburban.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
start at the Suburban, work your way up.
Yep.
Yeah, the Suburban's a better vehicle.
Yeah.
It's
First gen Escalade's king, dude.
inferior.
Absolute king. My parents had one, second gen, and it just broke all the time.
Yeah, I was like,
GM sent them a computer at one point, like just run this under the chair for like a month.
Seriously.
Yeah, dude, thing was a nightmare. Looked
Which is
cool
crazy
as hell.
because, like,
Pearl
what-
white, baby. On
what made it so complicated?
I had 22s on it.
That didn't make it complicated. but,
Chrome.
like, what made
Well,
it?
and those had like air suspension and
Yeah,
really?
There was
crazy
just
stuff.
all sorts of shit wrong.
Because
with it.
first gens were essentially just a rebadged.
It was like a Yukon
Yeah.
Denali with paste on fenders, but the second one was like
Its
had
own.
that big boy body on
Yeah.
it. It had like my mom's had Lowenharts on it. We get them from like the guy that owns the wheel store up the street. It was
Yeah.
like someone just left these, giving them mom.
Nice.
Yeah, she
Just
went
leave them.
hard on the paint, dude. Yeah, they had a little of the chrome coming off, but she took care of that very quickly.
A few curbs later, we,
yeah,
got,
yeah, we had brushed edges at that point.
Nice and sorted.
we had a nice finished surface, just like this beautiful.
Unbelievable. Oh, we can't even get close to that
Yeah.
surface.
No, it's just precision fabrication right there.
Yeah, we could have these guys customize the watches. Engine turn the inside of that clasp.
What's the
on.
diameter of a cigar? You said.
It's like a 1 inch and like 50,000. It's like some real specific number.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Chat GPT.
Yeah, I was
told
gonna
me.
say it's from Chat GPT.
ChatGPT.
Found this
Yeah.
out. So
Love that
The
guy.
whole time. I was just
The number they gave you is very specific.
it is.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it seems right.
Yeah.
That's the best way to seem right.
Now, is
actually.
that all cigars? Because some may be a little thicker than others.
That's what I was wondering too. I'm not a cigar guy.
It's really the motion that matters.
Right.
The thickness is a big deal.
Yeah. I don't know. I think even some of the hefty boys would fill that up.
We'll pop right in there.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Dude.
my eye chronometer is saying it's the right size.
I think
Hell
I think
yeah.
it's very accurate. So we're going to talk to these boys, and go down the paths that we typically do. As always, thank you very much for tuning in and listening or watching us on YouTube. And big shouts to all those who support us via the B4B. What is B4B, you ask? We'll fill you in on that a little bit later. But you can go to our website, revivemotoring.com, where you can sign up for that and, help support the boys. With that said, I think we're going to hit this button.
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
Call back.
Oh.
Power boats.
Powerboats, yeah. Hey, I want to put it out there. Thanks to the 9 people that made it deep enough into last week's podcast to know what I'm talking about.
I got 1.
10.
10.
Who was it?
Jesse from Maryland.
Oh, okay. That's 10.
Oh, he sent us. They do like a powerboat, like cigarette boat racing in Ocean City.
Yep.
Each year in the summer. I gotta lie.
I like that.
Not gonna lie, it hooked me.
Are
It hooked me.
we going to announce a new podcast?
the
The Motorboat
the motorboat.
Revival Boating Podcast?
Revival motor.
Stay tuned.
motoring,
Yeah.
Motorboating.
Revival Motorboating.
Motorboating boys.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it when we saw each other. We were talking about like, I don't know if I have any interest in getting on one. I'd love to go to a shop that like builds them to see them. Like I think that'd be
Yeah.
really cool.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind getting on one. I wouldn't mind throttling up one of those boys.
Now you see what happens when they like.
Oh
hit
yeah,
in
those are my favorite
unexpected
videos.
I'd
That
really,
unexpected rock.
Yeah.
I'd
See ya.
really have to trust the captain. I'd put a lot of trust into the captain,
Ransom makes 11.
because I don't know. Going fast on pavement, it's probably whatever, but like
It's a trillion times more dangerous.
I know going
Well, you
fast
get
on a boat.
seatbelts in a cage. Yeah, boat you just get taught.
I just don't like the idea of that.
Yeah, you literally just get fucking.
Those boats are crazy. I spent a lot of time actually growing up around stuff like that.
Yep.
And my dad is actually a professional captain on boats.
Come on.
Yeah.
Of
There we
like
go.
cigarette boats or just boats?
Well, I mean,
I guess a boat's a boat's a
All
boat.
10 of you gonna have a great podcast now.
he started racing sailboats when
Yeah.
he was in school and stuff like that. And then
That's
he
gnarly.
actually was racing sailboats for a long time, professionally. He was actually in the Olympics.
Come on.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. And then
I think boats are bigger than we thought.
yeah. Oh,
So this is
We're
what
getting into boats.
it's
We're going hard
wild.
into boats.
It's why it's the boating whole thing is crazy. But he was around a lot of people that manufactured and made boats and stuff like that. And a lot of them did the stuff like the cigarette type boats, like the racing boats, and they're absolutely insane.
it's crazy.
Absolutely insane.
And it's a very easy way to spend, $500,000.
That's at the minimum.
Corey and I were talking about this actually. You spend all that money, right? Or at the minimum. How many times you really take it out? Because it's not like
Every goddamn weekend.
If you have that much money to spend on it, do you care how much you're taking?
I guess it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, exactly. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, but you got to prep the. I'm sure it's a whole
Like we were talking about those boats
process.
that showed up in the stacker.
Yeah.
The consumables for the weekend.
Yeah.
Think about the consumables to take that thing out.
Oh, it's insane.
Just the fuel.
So I actually, when I was out of high school, I actually worked on my dad was captain of a yacht at the time, and I worked on it with him for 2 years.
Oh shit.
And the amount of upkeep on them is it's nonstop.
You go anywhere cool in it?
Yeah, actually, I started in the kind of Caribbean. We went through. We actually went down to South America. Went through the Panama Canal, Costa Rica.
Yeah.
I came and then went up the West Coast. from
Boats are
there.
cool.
It's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's
It's
the
you don't
best
want to own a
boat
boat.
guest
You want a
we've
friend
ever
with a boat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly right.
My situation was perfect because my dad never owned any of the boats. He just
captained
he
them.
was the captain, and we got to go out on them all the time. So
Matter of fact, former guest of ours, friend of Shook's,
Oh.
another great fabricator, Nils. Hey, I'm a huge boat guy. Most people buy gas at the gas dock, which is typically $1 to $1.50 more than what you would see at the gas station with your car. The new thing to do is to call a fuel truck. There's a company called Filler Up, who would have thought, and they drive a fuel truck to marinas and fill up your boat, and it's usually 30 cents more than a vehicle. 30 cents more a vehicle in comparison to the gas station.
Dude, we might fully transition a boat because
And then-
Garrett sold his car for a boat.
Then he said, here's my current vessel. He sent a photo of his current vessel.
Yeah, I got a vessel picture as well.
Yeah. Boats are cheap to get into, but then to really it's a whole other level.
That's the thing.
yeah.
Offshore racing. All boat racing is off of a shore.
The shore.
Why do we call it an offshore racing for?
No, it's off the big shore.
Yeah.
Unless you're-
like Matt said, not river racing.
Yeah,
You're
but
river
there's still
racing.
a shore.
Right.
What if
right.
you're in a swamp?
There's a shore.
Yeah, it's a shitty shore though.
It's a shore. A shore is
Just
a
a
shore.
I
Is a
think
shore.
offshore refers to off the coasts.
Yeah. A shore is a shore.
That's true.
It's much cheaper than drifting for me nowadays, which is the main reason I don't drive as much as I used to. He's out there boating.
That's crap. It
crazy.
means you're
Out
not
there
boating
boating
fast enough.
That's crazy.
The whole what he's saying though, that is so. My dad currently is a captain on I think it's 180-foot privately owned yacht, and they literally to fuel it up. They just you call a fuel tanker and they
They
just
come
come.
meet you out.
Fly
in the-
around.
Yeah.
They offshore somewhere.
The price
No.
to fill it up.
No, they will
Like-
come so typically with a lot of those boats they don't to do that you'll have to meet them at a commercial dock or something
Yeah.
like that. Wow. But yeah, it's
Can you go in international waters and get it cheaper?
I'm sure you could.
Call a vessel from
Well,
Venezuela to fill you
Actually,
up.
I will say one thing is that whenever they have to do the refits on the boat, so every however many years of use, they'll go through and refit, they'll redo the decks, the teak.
I have
work
friends
and
who
all
do
stuff.
that for their job, and that's
all the time. They would always go to Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, because it's way cheaper.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a
Boat game's definitely skeezy.
boat game's crazy.
the boat game is wild.
Yeah, because there's marine grade anything. Doesn't matter. You think of something. There's a marine grade version.
Yeah.
Lot lizards.
Right. That's-
Well, because with marine stuff, especially if it's a yacht that's going across an ocean,
Right.
You're it has to be pretty tough because
Sorta.
you're breaking down in the middle and the
right. You're
ocean,
kind of you're a bit
Bad
lost.
news. It's bad news bears.
I'm thinking instead of lot lizards, dock debbies.
Doc Dabbies.
Yeah, dock debbies. Dude. I'm thinking it's just put it out there.
Raft rondas.
Yeah. The Doc Debbies. Wow, dude, the boating world. Listen,
Might be
I
onto
think
something.
I think it landed.
Just wait till we get into aviation. Just wait.
I can't.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole. That's a
can't.
whole different.
It's
thing.
too much.
Yeah, that's fucking something, dude.
That's a different ball game. Although I do get every now and again, get lured in by rich people trying to buy planes, and there's just like this dude who's a salesman.
Oh,
and
the
he
guy,
gets-
the guy, in, that's why I'm seeing those.
That-
the guy on
that-
YouTube.
yeah,
The guy sells jets
Yeah.
to people for a living. Like, you'd
Yeah.
be interested in this. I'm like, not really. Then I click on, like, yep.
you got me.
That guy doesn't even have a real
got me.
Instagram. And he doesn't even have a real YouTube channel. It's just like
It's just
shorts.
Yeah, it's just this dude.
Of
And,
people
you
being
know,
like, my dad says I can get a plane.
right? I can spend $20 million
30
on this plane.
million. And he's like, come up to the screen for some reason.
Yeah.
And we'll show you how big 8 feet is.
This is
You're like,
exactly it.
all right.
Oh, you have a $35 million budget. You can fit 4 people in your private jet. Yeah.
Well, he's got like a plane in the office.
Yeah, he has a
Yeah,
plane.
yeah.
So we're all sucked into this.
Yes.
yeah.
I-
I have not seen
fuck,
this,
Which
but-
is
guys,
amazing.
you're
Will by
fucking
the
me
time I
because
get home.
now
You're going to see it and you're going to love it.
yeah,
yeah, it's
We're going to have a
it's-
whole private jet. We're going to have that guy on.
dude,
PJ.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, dude, that guy, he's making deals.
Yeah.
It is.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We don't know.
He could just be bullshitting. Actually,
It's
we
all
should
bullshit.
The
probably
whole
do
thing
that.
could be a scam.
Yeah.
I mean, the used plane market. You know,
He's dealing primarily with the used market.
it's wild. It's just
Facebook Marketplace thinks I want like a Cessna. It's like 900K or
It,
something on Facebook
it knows
Marketplace.
you want a Cessna.
Like, I click on them and then now that's all I'm getting.
Cessnas cost that much?
Like a new, I think a
Yeah.
new one. Yeah.
I
That's
thought
what,
they were like 20 grand, dude.
Yeah. For like a 40-year-old one that like.
that's have a full disclosure note that Bear and I share a Facebook account.
yeah.
Yeah.
Part of a top secret organization run by neither one of us.
yeah.
But
I actually have a funny story about the joint marketplace thing. Is there was a kid that's been driving past our shop all hours of the night in a straight pipe 350Z,
yeah,
and I think we all know. Oh, and it has one of the Burble tunes too.
Yeah, of course she does.
Yeah.
Our neighbors are pissed at us.
Yeah, because they think it's us because we have cars and stuff like that all the
Mm-hmm.
time,
Yeah.
so they automatically assume it's us.
These hoodlums bringing the bad. Yeah.
Well, he found it on Marketplace for sale, and I sleuthed it out, and I found out where the dude lived and everything, and like whatever. And I was like, I was gonna show up to his house on Thanksgiving. and be
creep
like,
up.
"Yo, what's up? But I had to actually ask. Ask Jingles if I could use the Facebook account to basically talk shit to this kid.
Yeah.
It worked. He's never driven past the shop since.
Oh, that's perfect.
fucking
I
amazing.
actually-
Oh, I gotta log in.
You should, because I had a very good conversation. I'm like, yeah. I was like, that thing sounds like dog shit. And he's like, you really think so? He's sending me videos. I'm like, stop sending me videos. I'm gonna kill myself.
I'm
Like,
Jesus, dude.
and it worked. He hasn't driven by.
Also, big tip for everybody out there: all the buddies share one Facebook account,
Yeah.
and it's the same as having a Facebook account, but you don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And you can literally just change your location and buy whatever. None of us live next to each other.
Every time I log in, there's a different location that it's logged.
Yeah, we'll
in.
go on and be like, who the fuck's looking for Forerunners?
Yeah.
I mean, you can cover a big radius.
Yeah, dude, it's
You don't
crazy.
have to worry about it.
No, you guys live like 100 miles apart each.
yeah, it's like a big triangle, dude.
It is. You got New England covered.
Well, I think that's why it's always max set to like 500 miles. radius.
Yeah.
So we just cover the
It
whole
just
area.
right. The whole East Coast is just
Max 500
Sorted.
miles, except New Jersey,
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Yeah,
which
avoid
is
that
just
at all costs.
scam
Cut out
city,
that
dude.
entire state.
Yeah, scam city. I don't get it.
I saw Matt Lee in the chat said that he thought I was going to talk about the Ford Focus, and no, Matt, because
No.
that's the only car that's allowed to rip by the shop. There's some kid that has like a 05 Focus,
Praise
and
God.
he like rev matches every time he drives by. I'm
Yeah.
like, hell yeah.
Is there an
Just-
SVT or is it just
No,
like
No,
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 it's
like the most base model Ford Focus you get. But this dude is having the time of his life.
Just loving it.
And he's probably wide open the whole time, but
Right,
he's
and
only
just-
going 40 miles an hour.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
that dude's having the time of his life, so he's allowed to do that.
You love to see that, dude.
sometimes it's acceptable.
what a world?
Chat's popping off this today.
Yeah, chat's really going hard. Other callback, it's definitely snow tire time out here. I realized that when it was snowing yesterday at my house. That's something.
You got snow at your house?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not much, but I was like, shit, I didn't put my wife's snow tires on. Here we go.
I haven't put them on either.
Yeah, that's this weekend.
I'm gonna roll the dice on the Tesla. No snow tires on the Tesla.
That's my guy. Is rear drive?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Test
see what
those
happens.
systems.
I'm gonna see what happens.
Yeah, I gotta.
What's the worst that happens? I gotta hitch a ride into work.
Do you think that's the worst?
I was gonna say, that's not what I thought of.
yeah, it's not even close to my worst that
There,
happened.
there is some other potential. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, once you discover it's not gonna work, you just
Where's
put
that ride
it,
from?
Put it back. Yeah.
Fucking the hospital? Jesus.
It'd be all right.
So yeah, I got to do that. Also, big tip to all the guys that do car detail stuff. if your garage isn't heated like mine, you had to take all those chemicals in because they get fucking crazy if you leave
get
them
all
in
weird,
to freeze.
coagulated.
I
like
lost.
separated.
Yeah, I lost some detailer.
Oh yeah, I had some quick detailer that I left it froze and it looked like something out of Ghostbusters.
Just a science
It was
experiment. Yeah, it was just
disgusting, dude.
it was different viscosity materials
just like a
stacked on
black
top of each
slime
other.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you hide that stuff. So yeah, that's what's going on there. Who else got callbacks? What do you got?
Josh, you got anything there? 'Cause
I'm
I got
sure.
2 quickies.
Yeah,
Yes,
I got a big
please.
long one for the end.
Let's go with the quickies.
All right. More importantly, holiday shopping. What
Yeah.
do you need? You need gifts. We don't need gifts. But
No,
people listening need gifts for other car people.
I mean we do need.
We're gonna
gifts
go
as
to
well.
two. We're gonna go to 2 websites.
2 websites.
First one we're gonna go to is revolvemotoring.com.
There we go. What do we got on there?
We got a bunch of cool stuff that Josh has posted up on here.
Do you
There'll
put
be
the
more.
socks?
Josh, how
No
has
socks yet.
the shipping been working out with our new merch setup?
So far,
break that down.
so far, so good. I've had 0 complaints. Everybody
that.
who's got their stuff,
Well, we also turned off the email.
everybody's got their stuff rather quickly. And the stuff that I've seen, I've really liked myself. So
Love that.
It
So
just
Papa with
all
a-
worked out really good.
Revolver Motoring.
Well,
I
look at that
have-
Dad's hat.
I have like probably I'd say 5 or 6 different designs that are yet to be up there. But full disclosure, I wanted to do like a big Black Friday thing.
Yep.
Of course, got sick Thanksgiving Day basically, or Thanksgiving night. So I lost
turkey really
my
got to you.
lost my entire weekend. This was after my daughter was sick and my wife is currently sick. So it's just been one of those type of
Ripping through 'em?
flus, just
Same.
right through it.
Same.
It just a pain in the ass. It's all it really was.
My child for Thanksgiving decided to tell me how much he loved me by coughing directly in my face like 20 times. So, yeah.
Classic.
I feel that. Yeah.
That's typically how it goes. And right, and anybody in the house gets sick, it's like, oh, cool, we're going to be dealing with this for a month and a half, and then finally it'll go, and it'll be springtime.
And you get 2 more kids for it to go through.
That's the fear, because then by then my immune system is back down to shit, so I just get it again and it just starts all over. Hopefully that's not the case, but stuff will be popping up there on our website once I get it all sorted and priced and all that good stuff. When that does happen, we will make sure we post it to Instagram and Facebook and all that.
We got a lot of stuff up there
shit.
now. So
When
if
did the
you're
overtake
curious-
not take over shirt drop? I didn't even hear about that. That shit is top secret.
We got True Navy or we got Brick. What color is Brick? Oh, Brick's red. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, brick's looking.
I
very
might have
tight.
put that up a week or 2 ago.
That's
I
nice
had that.
for-
I've
that's
been
nice
sitting
for
on that
Christmas.
design forever.
the old
but
brick,
Bricks
bricked
behind.
up.
you know, brick
Yeah.
shirt.
So check with that.
Hey, can we get the Revival Motoring hat in safety green, like a chartreuse? Can you add that color?
I don't know if that
We got
one's
gold.
available. I might have to
I
switch.
see gold. That's kind of weak.
I might have to switch the brand.
Maybe Hunter's orange.
I'll show you what we have available.
Yeah,
Matter
I'm
of
saying,
fact,
we get
for
a little
those,
safety colors in here. Everybody loves a safety
yeah,
color.
we got to get some bright ones in there. I might have for that brand. That might be all their colors.
Come on.
But there's other brands. I'm
Don't
sure
worry,
there's.
it's
I'm just gonna
turbo
put.
acrylic.
I'm gonna put the brightest color. That's what I'm gonna.
Yeah,
search
just
for.
as hard as you can go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Last website to go to is morethanmore.com.
Go do it.
Get yourself a 2025 calendar put together by our friend Sam. I got the calendar last year. I've got the collection of all the calendars he's ever put out. 2025 going to be the best one ever because there's going to be a little special something in there.
Yep.
Or maybe a podcast you've heard of.
Yep. And a sticker. We included 2 things: postcard and sticker.
Wow.
Potentially.
As well as a bunch of other companies.
Yep.
So
Lots of good friends and people in the automotive world.
order up a calendar.
Putting stuff in there.
As much as it's a calendar, it's like a photo book as well. Just
Yeah.
take photos.
And I believe Sam tomorrow is releasing one of the Toby interviews from Roots.
Wow.
What I've
That's
seen.
sure to be unhinged.
Wow.
yeah.
That's going to be
That's-
totally out of pocket.
That is sure to be unhinged.
Toby Unleashed, basically.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Buy yourself a calendar.
Yep.
Buy yourself revival merch.
Do it.
Thank us later.
Support it all. What else do we have for callback? You said you have.
I got a callback / hot news
Love that.
that falls into the old
Chuck, who?
no Charlie Justice update. That wasn't me at all. Hot news just happened today. I know a lot of the old business owners out there may have heard about. There was a law going through called the CTA, the Corporate Transparency Act. It required anyone with a small LLC to register it with the government by the end of the year, and they totally knocked that down in Texas today, throughout the whole country.
Wow.
So it literally happened this afternoon. There's some really good wording about how the court characterizes as quasi-Orwellian, and that is totally, what do they say here? It's just totally unconstitutional. So if you own a little LLC for any reason, you do not have to register with the feds anymore.
So you don't have to do anything.
You don't have to do anything. There's a hold on the whole thing.
Doing nothing's way...
They were trying to hammer... They were doing the typical thing. They were like, yeah, just do it early so you don't... And I talked to a lawyer, and he was just like, wait till like the last day of the year because this is getting thrown out. So it's like there's a stay on the whole thing. It doesn't seem like, especially with the incoming administration, that they're going to let this happen. And this court kicked the shit out of it. So
were you going to have to pay? Like pay them too? Or is it just a sign up?
No, it's just a sign out so they would know who would own, it was for the children, so they would know who would own every LLC in the country. So that would never get back.
How do they not already have that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm registered with the state.
It depends on the state, buddy.
I don't know how things work. I just...
Yeah.
Like, it's like the gun thing. In Connecticut, they were like, hey, register everything again.
That's crazy.
Why? You already know what I don't know.
Yeah, this is similar. It depends. Some states have super tight kind of laws with that stuff, so they don't give it to anybody. So I don't know. Those who know how it relates to the whole automotive thing will know. But anyway, that has a small LLC, you don't have to report it to federales anymore. There was like a form and everything to fill out, and I had it in my calendar for next week. Like, do I have to deal with this or not? And
yeah.
I just seriously, the same lawyer that told me to wait told me this afternoon. It was like, hey, that whole thing's done. So
that's good. I probably wasn't. I wasn't gonna do it.
Yeah, I wasn't either. If I'm being honest, but the fines were pretty. Like the penalties were pretty insane.
I saw the 10,000. I was like,
yeah, they're coming after me.
Stiff.
10 G's for
10
fucking
G's is stiff.
for being a fucking idiot.
Yeah. It's a high
Half these guys are just registering dirt bikes with LLCs like this. Like, you're not going to pay 10 grand.
Chill.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Big shouts to Devin's Auto X in the chat. How about this for a super chat sticker? Thank you, buddy. 3-6 Matt
Thanks, Igor.
in the chat as well. Just writes bucks for the boys.
Actually, Devin's Auto X is the one who initially alerted me of that it came through, I think. Oh, no, it was something else I have in the news today. Guy's a goddamn wealth of knowledge.
Not really. I wasn't going to put this in my news, but again, kind of overreach related. A Lamborghini driver in Australia was the first to receive the fine for not having his U-Class license before driving his Lamborghini. What is the U-Class license? It's the ultra high performance license that Australia is requiring.
Oh, I was going to say,
if
what
you
piece
own
of shit country
if
has
you
this?
own a ultra high powered vehicle. So just hours after it being introduced by South Australian government, according to the South Australian police, a 36-year-old man was found driving Lamborghini believed to be a Huracan STO at 7:30 a.m. on Sunday, for December 1st in Hillcrest, approximately 10 kilometers north of Adelaide, whatever. Let's see, South Australian Motors required.
Just a few hours after it was passed, how did he have time? He wouldn't have never had time. No one would have had
That's
time.
right. That's kind of a, dare I say, it's a bit of a hammer coming down.
Also, what if I got a really big shit box that just happens to be really fast?
South Australian Motors are required to obtain a U-Class license in order to drive ultra-high-powered vehicles, or UHPVs.
UHPV.
Defined as having at least 276 kilowatt per ton or 100 kilogram, with the new rule coming into effect on December 1st.
Was that a non-communist digit?
What kilowatt to what?
The
Kilowatts per ton.
The U-Class. No, just in general power distribution.
We're talking the Soviet Union? Who measures power like that?
This is probably a foreign
200
article.
what?
276 kW per ton.
Can you turn that to
TONNE.
freedom units, please?
It's only 370.
Per ton? So
It's only 370 mechanical horsepower.
so it's a 3,000 pound
370
car.
per-
It's
That's per
1,000
ton though. That's
per ton,
So
yeah.
that's
per ton or per metric ton?
Oh, okay.
Just says per ton or 1,000
It's gonna be-
kilograms.
Yeah, metric ton.
The U-Class endorsement costs $61 and consists of an online course which takes between 30 and 45 minutes to complete, followed by a test. The maximum penalty for driving an ultra-high-powered vehicle that is without a U-Class license
2,200 pounds, 370 horsepower.
Yeah.
is $2,500 or 1 year imprisonment.
Dude, I get out. I talk to people about this all the time. Like, this place sucks, but it's the least sucky of all the suck out there, dude.
Yes, there's a lot.
These guys are getting fucking destroyed.
So I wonder
Holy
how that
crap.
do they do it on factory rated power? Because like tons of people modify cars.
I'd assume, yeah.
I'd assume in Australia they can pull you over and dyno you.
I would be engine swapping a Prius so fast.
They've
if
got
they
like
did
hub
that.
dynos. Just,
Right, they
like,
just- yeah,
in the
hey.
trunk.
Dude, did you see that video of the guy dynoing an electric scooter in like China? yeah. But they can only go so fast. And they had like he pulls his kid off a scooter and like puts it on little rollers and like off to the gulag.
You're done.
Yeah.
Need to immediately just destroy him. Let's see. Wow.
How
Well,
much
motorist,
I'm sorry. Did you say how much does this license cost?
$61.
Sons
And
of
probably an
bitches.
hour.
$1,000,000.
$61
Dollary
and,
dues,
and
I
an
believe
hour
they're
of your
called.
time.
Yeah.
$61 dues. Fuck them.
Motorists can check whether a vehicle falls into the UHPV category using the South Australia government's Easy Reg smartphone app and entering the number plate. Interesting.
Dude, good for that guy, you know?
Yeah. Keep paying that
So
fine.
he get the fine. He didn't get imprisonment.
Seems like he got the fine, yeah. Or they probably took him out back and shot him, but who knows?
Wow. That's crazy. Also, the math involved to figure out the
Carmen
kilowatt,
Kim,
the horsepower.
none of us have anything that would require it. Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
So
Right, until they
fucking
just
creep
pump those
that
numbers
number.
down, yeah.
Yeah, the
That's how
number
this shit all starts.
keeps going down. But
That was like the LLC thing. It's like
to
they're
figure
coming
out-
after everybody.
it's a US of 1 to US tons. 2. Maybe it makes sense over there. I don't know.
Can we get the app? Let's just get the app.
Easy Reg?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm not gonna tell him like that.
None of this shit makes sense. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. So, did I have any other callbacks? I think that was it.
Just put in like an American plate. It's like,
Montana plate.
well, why wouldn't you compute? I don't. Yeah, I wonder if it's like you got like some shit box.
That's what happens when they
It's got a
take all
big
your
turbo on
sporting
the front.
supplies.
For $60, I mean, like, it's a cash grab.
Yeah.
Dude, they took all the sporting supplies away there. Look what's fucking happening.
Yeah. They're
Crazy.
allowed to,
Now they're taking away
file.
the horsepower.
Do whatever they want.
That's it.
It's like in my license, like I have a restriction for glasses. It's
Yeah.
like now with their license, what they have like a little U on it for
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a U class
Yep.
license.
It's
Yeah,
just
because
a-
no
it's-
way they're going to pay for another actual physical card.
Yeah.
Every license just says if you don't have it, it's just like a ladies' bathroom symbol.
Yeah.
Gotta get the big boy
Yeah,
license.
you know, it's gonna be turned into a thing where it's like, yeah, I get the license, you know,
Yeah,
Not
right.
very high-powered
just in
vehicles.
case.
I'd get one just to have it. Just
Yeah.
for flex.
Yeah, I can
Wear it on a
operate these
lanyard.
UHPVs.
$60.
Isn't HPV a sexually transmitted
It's
disease?
yes, it's human palmova virus or
Yeah,
whatever.
dude.
Yeah,
This is an
Over there?
ultra HPV. Love it.
The overreach report. Anybody into stocks anymore? Did you ever
Stonks.
look at Robinhood?
Young Ben was talking to me about stonks
Maybe
the other
that's
day.
what. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, Young Ben's done good.
Really?
Which makes no sense at all. Yeah, when we were all buying the shit coins, he just kept them all. He's,
You forgot
he's
about
a
him?
fucking master, dude.
Yeah.
He went from like $100 to $1,500. So
Hey, you know
That's-
what?
he was
A
just
win's a
talking
win.
about it. But stonks themselves, I haven't paid any attention. Tesla's
Okay.
the only thing I pay any
No.
attention
I
to.
was just curious. Yeah, that's all.
Why you trying to stonk up?
No. It
You got a
just
fucking
reminded
new
me.
watch. We grab some stonks.
Yeah, Rubian went up like 3% and then fell 7%. So
Okay, so they're doing exactly as they
yeah.
have been for the past 5
Anything
years.
else I don't actually look at.
Okay.
The
I
Rubian
was just
stuff's the only
curious.
stuff that I like look at as a
Yeah,
lot.
my brother's always belly aching about Rivian.
Why is he belly aching about
'Cause He
Rivian?
bought a bunch and fucking destroyed them. He bought it at like IPO and just got devastated.
Same. So literally same. Yeah, it wasn't good. Let's see. Let's do a little how much am I down report right
Your
now.
your percentage loss.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Tiger was in the Bitcoin paid for his house.
That didn't happen. Down $738. So
730. That ain't bad.
it's not bad.
There's still
bad.
time.
What was your
89%.
initial investment? $740.
Yeah. Done 89%.
There's still time.
Yeah.
Just buy more.
Just keep buying.
Keep
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
What is it
Keep
called?
going.
Diamond hands? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
your cost
Probably.
basis down.
Yeah.
Buying it.
Try and balance it out. Yeah, because my average buy is out of whack. It's it was a bad time.
You got your Bitcoin in 2016, Igor? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I got my house in like 2008. Should have bought Bitcoin instead.
Yeah.
it.
You know, if only we knew.
When I was 11, I should have been buying Bitcoin.
That's
Who
Should have been
knows?
buying
Every
Bitcoin, dude.
penny for birthday.
Don't fucking remind me.
Yeah.
You know what I want for my birthday? More Bitcoin, Mom.
Yeah.
That's it. Keep it going. All right. What else? Is that it on call? Shook, any callbacks over there out of you?
What are you up to? You awake?
She sleeping?
Nothing?
Nothing to
What's up
report?
with the car lately?
Okay,
Chuck says he hasn't looked at the car in 3 weeks.
fair.
Damn.
What do you want to do with it this winter?
He's shaking his head no. He's making a jerk off sign with his hands.
He's good. Head
just
gaskets,
flip Corey off.
radiator, oil cooler.
Oh, keep that oil cool.
Might go back to a regular BMW power steering pump.
Powertrain.
Why would you go back to the regular power steering pump, Shook?
Believe it or not, it works with the BMW stuff.
This is the Volvo pump stinks.
Okay.
He
The
wants a
Volvo
BMW
pump, no good.
Needs a Viagra for the Volvo pump.
Is it just not getting enough power?
Yeah, like when you turn it on, it'll. Someone get a microphone. This is
Yeah.
terrible on the podcast.
It's just,
He's talking to
going.
us from
We'll just
15
keep it
feet
going.
away.
It was a
listening,
lot. It was too
we
much.
feel bad.
You know when you watch like UFC and the guys just like rambling on.
No, it was intriguing content. So nobody can hear it.
The translator is just like sitting there like looking like, oh my god, this is gonna be a lot to feed back. Yeah. Anyway, Volvo power steering pump, no bueno.
There it is.
Maybe switch back to BMW.
Just changing the whole thing.
Possibly, definitely.
S52 comes with
That's
power
it.
steering pump.
He
Boom.
just tested the HPV. We'll find out.
Well, that's great. What happened?
I don't know. My phone.
Emergency stuff?
No, all good. All good. What else do we have for callbacks? Anything? We good?
Nothing. I haven't done jack shit with cars.
Yeah, I'm really just, I don't know. It basically turned from 50 degrees to 20 degrees overnight.
Yes, that's exactly
And that's
what
hit me hard.
Yeah.
First, it was the
Yeah.
darkness, which I think is in place, daylight savings time, just to make people more depressed,
Yeah.
just
Definitely.
to make your life miserable.
Yeah.
Right.
So you go to Big Daddy Government or something. But man, as soon as you get over that, it was like, hey, guess what? It's 20 now.
Cold.
You're like, shit.
Real cold. Yeah.
Not only is it cold, it's dark, but it's cold.
It was 15 when I left my house the other morning, and I was just the whole ride to work. I was just miserable.
There's just there's
Yeah,
no,
not a good time.
Show me the person that wakes up when it's 15 degrees out and is like super stoked.
Dude, I'm stoked if I'm going
just-
skiing. Like, I'm going to go snowboarding, yeah.
Even when it's that cold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
fucking-
stoked when it's
you
15
mean that-
degrees and you got to
mean-
drive to work?
You mean that warm? 15? When no, I got to drive to work. It sucks.
That's exactly why I don't partake. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Out of pocket.
It's wild.
15, if it's above a
wild.
negative, we're doing okay.
I'm trying to operate at like 35 plus.
I mean, that's admirable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like if I could pick a number, it would be like minimum 48 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah, of
Moving
course,
up.
but
Like,
like
it
they gotta
just-
be reasonable about it for where I live, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it can't be, like,
No,
it's
I
not gonna
don't-
be 48 year
No,
round.
I don't think we saw 35. We saw 50 and then 22 or
Yeah,
something.
it was right away.
You think they don't control the weather? Come on.
I don't know, man.
But we got 50 to pretty late, so I'll take it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's a nice.
It seems like it's getting later every year.
Yeah, kind of.
I
Well,
hope
it's
so.
just snow. This is the earliest it's snowed in a long time.
I didn't even know it snowed. That's crazy. You guys get snow up there, you?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
sir.
these guys
I
got
had
dumped.
I had like ice. I live on top of like a mountain, and I watched my neighbor slide his Silverado off the road. So,
Wow.
Speaking of that, get your snow tires on, people.
Yeah, snow tire
Yes.
time.
You can do that. That's what I was going to say. Is I had another callback. Big shouts. I think he'd be fine. Our buddy Ian K sent me a callback that long callback. Ling Longs.
Oh,
Ling Longs are coming in newer BMWs as spares.
No way.
no
He
way.
sent a photo. Some newer BMWs with Ling Longs.
Got some longs on there?
Got the longs.
Dude, those guys aren't ding dongs.
Nope,
No way. I didn't know that.
they're in it. Yeah.
Boy, did I wish I had one. I'm running snows
Would've came
by,
in handy fairly
what's the name of
recently.
that company? For Destin.
Sean
Russell
Dong
for
Ling
Destin
Long
Sons.
Tire Company, a global tire manufacturer, has provided spare tires for BMW vehicles, the BMW 2 Series,
Mm-hmm.
and they also provide OEM fit me tires for BMW, Ford, Volkswagen in North America.
We're just like, we're a single model year away from them just coming on the lowest end model.
Yeah. Most modern BMWs, not coming in, whatever, run flats, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, so it doesn't look like it's all of them, but it is some
Which
of them.
ones are they? The long dong?
Doesn't say.
We're
Probably
so
a specialty
close.
tire, because, you like spares, and that's not a full-size spare, it's like a donut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
little
They're
guy.
all weird, they're kind of like,
Like
a
a full rubber job?
Model T tire or something.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, kind of like that.
Wooden with full rubber?
Yeah.
At what point do they transition to a dealer, a sales guy slapping the roof saying this baby comes with Ling Longs? Not far off.
Yeah.
How are the Frankensteins?
They seem fine.
Yeah.
I hit 63 in our super speed test. I was 1 mile an hour off.
I might take a lap tonight before I
I
head
think
home.
if I didn't have the Verdesteins, but if I had performance tires,
Yeah.
I could have been well into the 70s.
You might have to do a couple laps, warm those tires up.
I hit
Yeah,
the
we're gonna
brakes.
go-
I hit
hit
the
'em
brakes hard though. Locked up the fronts. Guy
Yeah.
in front of me, not a fan. But we get it. Yeah, we do now have our own Nordschleife here in the Providence
Dare I
area.
say proving grounds?
We have a proving grounds locally.
Scoreboard.
There's a scoreboard. Corey's on top of it.
Right.
Someone is gonna go to jail. Like there's no question. My brother was talking about hitting it the other day. He was in, what was he in? He was in something.
S4?
His S4. He hit 60,
Wow.
which is pretty scary. And he's like, that car's fast. That's shifting too. You know, he
Yeah.
doesn't have the unbelievable endless gears of your car, and he doesn't have like the whatever my car has. He's shifting. It's 60 is pretty good.
Yeah.
That might be the revival motor in car ranking.
Is
if
that
we ever get a car?
Is that the manual? Like, it's got to be like a manual class, and
Oh,
everything
you mean to
else.
have an asterisk?
right. You got to
No, I don't
break
think
it
so.
out, or
I
you
hit
just go
like-
for
I hit high 40s in the Mira.
right. That
But
is
I
true.
came around that turn. It only a man with experience on track in a K car could.
I was gonna say,
because I was like, this is sketchy as shit, dude.
Because that's the thing. If you were to hit it with the right car, potentially, even if it's manual or whatever, there's some
I hit 63
there's some speed on the table. If you will.
basically from a dig because the guy in front of me was going slow, so I kind of backed off, went way right, almost stopped, and then hammered. But I didn't launch. 'Cause I
Okay.
didn't think the Verdesteins would like it. I smoked the Pilot Sports on my car inside 3 months by doing burnouts like an asshole.
I was
So.
there's.
Are you surprised?
No, dude,
There's-
but the power brake's so easy.
I mean, that was John Force would have been jealous of the burnout that that was performed in this parking lot with like 3 of us in the car. It
Yeah, it's
might
the
have been
best.
4 of us in the car.
I did it with all the UMass every time when I first got that car the first week. Anytime I had people in the car, I was like, check this out. It's like 5,000 miles a whack.
So. You're not
So
going to believe this, but this incredibly overpowerful vehicle will do a burnout.
yeah, dude. Yeah, but they always make them so like you have to turn off all this shit. This thing, you just hit the rear wheel drive mode. It's like you can't have traction control.
Yeah.
So those good donuts too. Every time I see the angry lady that patrols the self stores next
Storage,
door,
yeah, yeah.
I just fucking go into cyclones. I literally do donuts until the whole area smokes out.
It's like the movie Twister.
She fucking hates. She hated me before it, to be honest, but like,
Yeah.
it's my parking lot. Like, this is what I do here.
I paid to do whatever I want.
That lady, yeah, I'm on the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that lady, not happy with us.
No,
She never even says hi
No.
No.
before the donuts.
No.
She brought that upon herself. So, anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
the Verdesteins are great. I haven't tried them in the snow.
Opportunities coming.
They look very snowy.
Built for snow.
Yeah, they say so. I don't know.
No, where do they come from? Like,
One of the Nordic countries.
thank you. Yeah, I was going to say Norway, Norwegian, Slavic.
Yes,
that,
one
yeah.
of the Scandinavia somewhere.
I
don't
see them hyped. Have you guys seen them at all? I don't know. They're like, I was super skeptical because like YouTubers are like, oh, I got my Wittgenstein tires or whatever, and like Larry from Ammo NYC is a big one, and like Matt Farrah, and they've been pushing them for years. And I'm like, what is going on with these things? And then I started looking. I'm like, they're not cheap. So like, I don't know what the deal is. And
They were the only tires that fit on my K car, like the Mira. So I had them for like the winter.
yeah,
And I would, when I first got it, I'd like spray film the shit out of the bottom of that thing
yeah,
and just blast it around in the winter with it. And, you know, a car that's short, it's so
Yeah.
much fun in the snow. And they were killer. And that also speaks, I mean, it's excellent for just the fluid film. Like, there's not any rust on the bottom of that car. And I drove it like that winter all the time.
Nice. That stuff works.
That stuff's killer.
Yeah. Really good.
I put 2 cans on the Lexus. We're going to really test it.
Does it have a like shelf life if it's on the vehicle?
I think it lasts
Yeah.
for like 6 months or so.
Yeah, you should. I mean, if you really wanted to go crazy with it, it
Yep.
should be like applied every season, pretty much.
Okay.
so like
that
every
makes sense.
winter.
Yeah, like do it every fall.
Yeah, I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna do from now on.
Yeah.
Definitely hit it every fall.
It's not expensive, is it?
It's $8 a
Yeah,
can,
it's-
maybe.
It's cheap.
Oh,
$8
jeez.
a can.
Yeah, 2 cans
Oh.
does an
And if
LX.
and if you want to go crazy too, they make wands that attach to it.
And you can go into.
You can go in the
Yeah,
frame
and
shit.
You can stick it into the frame.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
'Cause I
or-
did the mirror and the K truck in one can.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
That's cool. All right.
Get used to it, buddy. Get that big ubiquity. Remember how I was talking about how I was a ubiquity guy? So I put like 5 access points in my house, like big enough, like that does this whole building.
That's an outdoor AP.
Yep. So I had 2 of those, a long range, and I fucking smoked all the channels again, like 1 megabyte a second. I literally went into the controls, shut off 3 of them, and I'm getting like 200. So one's here. Can't return them,
Got them all in the same channel.
buddy.
Yeah, you're fucking up. They need to
Oh,
be in
fuck.
different channels.
Fucked up big time. So they're all better now.
Yeah.
So I needed 2. It's fucking unbelievable now.
And now we can download
But luckily
stuff
now
from
we
Mars.
have an upgrade. We have great. Look,
Yeah.
I'm on the internets.
Full
I don't have
bars.
to plug in.
Full,
Look at all the bars.
Full Wi-Fi.
What?
I said I was wondering why I was getting hot.
Dude, I didn't understand, and then I was at the back of KD's shop, and I was like, I have full Wi-Fi here? Okay. That baby gets it done. I think I got Wi-Fi in my other building from here. With that.
It's perfect. It's
Love
perfect.
to see it, dude.
They have gigabeams.
What's that? What?
Look up Unify gigabeams when you have a chance.
All right. Yeah.
What does
Check
it do?
out Gigabeams.
It's like a wireless access point to a wireless access point, and you can shoot it like far as fuck.
Shoot wireless access points far as fuck.
That's what we want to do.
And then it rebroadcasts.
Air Max Gigabeam.
Wow.
I'm
All
trying
right,
to
let's
gigabeam.
we
Does
go
that
from
have,
a
that
boat
doesn't have
podcast to a
gigabeam.
Wi-Fi podcast.
Did we get so many IT dudes on the podcast?
Right. Yeah. Boats and IT.
I don't think we need it. Honestly, I think you get it with that one. But
We'll
I got another one of those. You can put them all over the place, man.
I feel
Don't
like
worry.
we'll get Wi-Fi at the convenience store.
I need
with
a
that thing.
gateway, though, because that's just on the shitty firewall that's in here, so it doesn't have any cool features. We could figure out a gateway.
Oh my god. All right.
Come on, doggy. Anyways,
Crazy.
that's your tech minute.
Yep. Let's do B for B.
Okay. Hey, everybody, it's me, Chuck, again, to talk to you about Bucks for the Boys. What's Bucks for the Boys? Well, it is our value for value system of monetizing this podcast.
It's the Wi-Fi getting to his
So,
brain.
dude, it is. I got a suntan last time I was sitting here. What that means, if this podcast gives you any value at all, we ask you to please pop on revivalmotor.com/B4B. There you'll find the sustainable donation section where you can choose an amount and a frequency to hook the boys up. That helps us pay the bills, plan events, build giant Wi-Fi systems, and etc. Actually, that was compliments on me because I spent way too much money in my house.
We just reap the benefits.
That's my B4B contribution. But yeah, hop on there. As I said, it helps a lot. This podcast doesn't have ads. It doesn't have sponsors. There's nobody that can tell us we can't talk about sporting supplies. It's all up to you.
Or aviation or boats or
Yeah, whatever we want.
incidents in New York.
Tech minutes, whatever you need. So yeah, revivalmotoring.com/B4B. Also, we understand it's an economic hard time. Hell, it's never stopped since we started this podcast. You can go onto the PayPal and hit us with a non-sustainable donation. And that means you can go on PayPal, send a donation to info@revivalmotoring.com. And we are contractually obligated to read the message you put with that donation in this portion of the podcast. And you can tell how successful that is by the fact that we never have donations to read.
We got one today. We got one today.
Let's read it right now.
Our friend TD's.
Titties.
If you're hearing this message on the Revival Motoring podcast, please help me. I'm trapped in a spare room. Help. Also, if you use code B4B, you get 15% off anything at TD's MFG, TD'smanufacturing.com.
No shit. That's
Use the
amazing.
program.
Get that discount. TD's, I've bought
Bought a valet tray.
valet tray off them. I get the little thing that holds my keys that we're supposed to give to a listener.
We got those out there. We got custom
Yeah,
ones
they're the
for
best,
them.
dude.
Yep.
Yeah, TD's makes incredible leather stuff. And if you come up with a thing, maybe you want like a crotch strap or something, TD's can knock it out for you.
He
Custom
can.
make it.
He's got eyeglass holders now.
Chaps.
I'm sorry, not eyeglass holders. Actually, yeah, I think he was doing eyeglass holders and glasses.
Tees is into
Wow,
wallets.
whatever
You want a custom wallet? Talk to your boy TD's, man.
bunch of different stuff. Lots of cool stuff as always. So go check him out. That was that.
All right. Other ways you can help us out. Obviously, still not very successful, that portion, but other ways you can help us out is obviously non-monetary economic hard time. As we said, you can hit us with leads, stories, anything cool that'll work and help us produce another podcast on the Instagrams, on our emails, anything. I talk to people on Instagram all the time, probably from the segment, that send me cool stuff. So that's fantastic. Obviously, we spread like diseases by word of mouth, by mouth. So if you just, you're listening to this, you got friends who are into cars, tell them about it. That's
Mouth them.
That's how I mean everybody. Yeah, mouth them up a little bit.
Mouth
You know,
'em
tell them you could be in a busy place listening to this on a speaker,
Yep.
which we appreciate. Airplane, train, whatever you got, bus. You know, listen to us. Force people to listen. We've talked about that a couple times.
Powerboat.
Powerboat. You got a big system on your powerboat or motorcycle.
Yep.
Maybe your airplane. Pop it on.
Yeah.
Uh,
I wonder if anybody's listened to. Actually, I'm almost certain somebody has in their little airplane played
What?
us.
we need a video of that.
I'd love to see it.
In the
Yeah.
airplane?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you have an attack helicopter. Maybe it's got speakers on the outside. Maybe you're sick of playing Born on the Bayou
There's
or
Creedence Clearwater
anything
Revival.
by Credence on it. Blast us while you attack. So yeah, that is huge. Also, great way, tell people about us, listen to us. Also, the greatest way to experience a podcast besides being here is to be in the goddamn chat room at about 7 p.m. Eastern time every Wednesday. You can pop on there to the YouTubes, and we are live with our chat room family. These are a bunch of maniacs that you can meet at most of our events. It's like Cheers, you know. Everybody knows
is.
your name, and then you go to an event IRL, and boom, you met this guy you were talking shit to in the chat room.
People you already know.
Yeah. So we appreciate all you guys.
Yep. And if you are an active member of the B4B system, which you can find on our website, revivalmotor.com, you'll automatically be entered to win some stuff. Matter of fact, we got to pick somebody. Is it first or second week?
So first.
Okay, first. I'm going
The
to pull
first
this
like
up.
a year and a half.
Okay. Dude,
Still the first.
Yeah. It's really
So we're
slowing
gonna
down.
pick. So everybody that is a member of the B4B gets entered in a drawing every month to win something cool,
Yep.
and then we ship her out.
Matter of fact, this wasn't even planned out this way. It's from TD's.
It's from TD's.
Yeah,
We get
it's
some
keychain.
TD's goods. Little
And
keychain.
a little tree-looking
A tree leather.
piece of leather. Yeah.
Tree leather.
Yeah. Little tree leather.
Love a
You
tree
working on it
leather.
over there?
dude. What's the range?
The range.
The range. Shook's bringing up a spinning wheel of death.
Oh,
Crazy in
Jesus.
the range.
Okay. I didn't. It's nice to have you over there. I was
I
doing it
drive around
myself.
feeling bad for ranges.
I just literally was just pulling it up. Hold on. Give me a moment. I got to give you the
right.
figure.
Yeah, we're gonna get the range up. We're
I
gonna
have to
pick
pull-
a super lucky winner.
I have to pull up my
Why we do that?
analytics.
We're undoubtedly gonna pick an international winner
I
to
hope
ship
so.
this to.
God, dude,
Why
I
we do
should.
that?
Put us
single
fucking
week-
underwater.
Every single week, we figure out how well we did the previous week by taking some numbers, mash them together, make mashed peas,
Yep.
and we come up with something on the other end. This week we came up with 28 cents per listen. 28 cents per listen. So that every time someone listened,
What's that times 10?
we earned 28 cents. Times 10, $2.80.
There we go.
There we are.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Unbelievable.
Wow, he even used the
do we
right
have it
picker
up
wheel.
there?
Wow. Shook is on his game
Jesus.
today.
100% on this game.
420 is not. That's not gonna
69
work.
through 420.
Just do.
Obviously, we like to
you can
party.
do 300. That'll get us.
That gets everybody 45 entries.
Yeah, there's a multiplier in there.
Yeah.
Are
I
we
like that
ready?
into it. We ready to run this
Give
thing?
it a rip.
You can rip it.
Rip it. And we're spinning live on YouTube. Check us out every Wednesday at about 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You can see a live drawing, and we're spinning. The spinning wheel of happiness says 280. Congratulations.
I got the spinning wheel on my computer, so that's going to really delay this process.
All right.
Oh my God, come on, dude.
280.
It is a big number.
It's got to be a new
The
subscriber.
problem is, all right, there we go.
Here we go. It's like a last guy in type
It's going to be
situation.
close. It's going to be close. Jeremiah Johnson.
Jeremiah
That's not a real
Johnson.
That is not a real name.
They have, there's an email, so I think we'll work with that.
What country he's in?
Looks to be the US of A.
Ah, damn.
Jeremiah Johnson. Well, it's
That's-
definitely not that one. I was looking for. Usually, I can find like one of the followers or something.
I'm thinking this is Jeremiah.
Jeremiah? You think so?
I'm trying to think who it is.
I refuse to think anyone with the last name Johnson's real. It's so insane.
36 Matvey just at me. It's his what's that term? Never mind. I can't.
Josh, what do we send it
Taco
out?
flavored kisses.
We're gonna send
Mr.
keychain and
That's a Jeremy.
tree-shaped piece of leather, like windshield hanger.
Yeah.
That's TD's made with some ghost leather.
And
it's
what?
got in ghost leather. So it's the leather that's like it's kind of gray, but as it wears down, it turns black and looks really cool.
Ooh.
And you can't buy those from TDs or us, so that's why. It's,
Congratulations.
a little
That's a super limited edition.
Something cool.
We appreciate you.
So big shouts to Jeremiah, and we can move right
Jeremiah
along
Johnson.
to the. We didn't calculate our.
Yeah, you did. Well, you
Did
were.
you?
You
Oh,
were
geez,
fucking
all
around.
right, all right, geez. I
Fucking
don't even
about.
know what the number was. So
Yeah,
all right, that's
28.
good. It's probably better off. I'm gonna hit
No,
the
no sad tonight.
news. News.
I got a news
Hit it.
that I'm excited about.
Jaguar.
The Jaguar Butt Plug 3000. No, we'll do that next. I'm excited about an electric car.
Oh wow.
Oh, maybe. We'll find out. Mustang Mach-E Rally Package. It's a Mach-E GT that's raised 1 inch, which is huge. Has the suspension sent to full damp time, and it's on like 19-inch wheels with big tires, big ass seats, 487 horsepower, 650 torque, and it has skid plates all over the bottom.
Wow.
I'm thinking it's the perfect car to fool my wife into buying. Have you seen this thing?
This is my first.
I mean, that
view.
color's terrible. They make it in a really good green, but if you press build and buy, that's the only color they allow. It's fucking hilarious. And all I'm saying is, I'm just praying that they do a Tesla level lease deal on this thing, and it's like $200 a month, and I'll just buy one and drive it around the woods.
Kind of into that.
It doesn't look bad. It's a hatchback. It's
Oh
got
my
really cool
God,
seats.
Wow.
It's got cool wheels. It's kind of fucking hilarious.
Why are they making this?
Nobody knows. Farah drove one, and he was like, "This is probably one of the best cars I've ever driven off road."
Off road?
Yeah, he's driving it through.
What off road are we talking about?
This is flat dirt, skidding
Okay,
around,
yeah,
skidding about. We're not talking. We're not.
Well, that's
roading.
why I was like,
Yeah, we're not rock rolling. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Valenti has one.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's a package on the Mach-E GT.
Oh wow. All right.
So if they sell this thing, because listen, you got to wait 6 months for them to realize this is going to fail, and they're going to have to lease them all super cheap,
Yep.
and then I may strike.
What year is it?
2024.
You know what's interesting?
What's up?
It still doesn't. They haven't. The 2024s haven't switched to the new charging port yet, so it's still using the old charging port.
What's that mean for me?
Because if it had the new charging port, you could just go to like a Tesla charger and like charge it like a real person.
Farah said it turns in and handles in the dirt better than the Porsche car, which is hilarious.
That's
Sure.
Which probably
that
isn't.
answers the charging port.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, charging port. Man, let's plug it into the fucking
Hold
wall.
on. Go back up. That's the price.
Yeah,
yeah.
What's the range?
3 something. Go down.
It's got a
it
big
says.
battery.
265.
265. There you go.
It's got a really large battery.
40 horsepower, 700 torque.
Hold on.
Pretty into that.
Hold on. It's got a giant battery, but the same range as my car.
91 kilowatt battery. Yeah.
Mine's like 47 and a half
I
kilowatt
think it
hour.
weighs like 5,000 to 6,000 pounds.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, dude, this thing's gonna be fucking hilarious. Imagine my wife can just blast every curb in existence with this thing. Dude, this is fucking unbelievable.
Now the wheel and the battery will break.
No, it's got fucking, it's got armor all over the bottom of it.
Let's see. What
I'm
is
telling
the
you, dude,
curb weight?
this thing's out of pocket. Go look at it. Look at one of the reviews that has a different color one. Because that color is horrific.
You don't like the yellow?
The white one was cool.
Yeah, the white one looks
even
The
just
white one's cool. They do
Yeah.
like a British Racing green, which looks
Oh,
really good.
I'm into anything British.
Yeah,
racing.
pull
Wow.
up.
The
Look
white
it
one
up
does
on,
look
it up
better.
on Googs and bring up pictures.
Yeah,
because-
it
Pop
weighs
this up.
5,000 pounds. Yeah.
but I mean that's fucking hilarious.
I don't know.
Wow, you guys aren't cool. Most people I've talked about this aren't cool.
I'm
I'm fully into it.
Thanks, guys.
You like these things all of a sudden?
I've rented one.
Yeah.
Total piece of shit.
Yeah.
But with 700 torque and fucking grabber blue, come on, dude. And you know they're gonna have to discount the shit out of them. I hope people don't.
Hey,
like
you know
them.
what they can do? They can just take the wheels off and sell them as a normal car.
What do you mean they do? It's the GT. Is that?
Yeah, yeah. That's when they don't sell them.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
have to
yeah.
lower them an inch.
So they take out whatever the riser block they put in there.
I bet it would be really, really fun to
The
drive.
suspension's supposed to be hilariously cushy.
I'd be interested in driving.
Watch Farrah's
That
drive
guy-
of it.
I don't know why
That guy-
Shane Gillis is
You guys
driving.
having no fun.
Yeah, there's a fucking Mr. Poopy Pants in there. Jesus. Mr. No Fun. The over fenders.
Yeah, Corman Cam gets it. Mach-E is a side-by-side big flex. That's what I'm saying. For $200 a month, this thing's a yard car. I'm throwing firewood
You
in it.
think they'll ever get down to that?
Oh, yeah, they're going to have to.
They ran-
$300 guaranteed.
They ran a lease deal on the other Mach-E's, and it was super cheap. It was like $7,000 down. I was like,
Oh yeah, this is the current
the
current price
current
they
one
have
is.
is like $6,800 down. Like
Yeah.
nobody's that dumb.
yeah. 10%, yeah.
I
crazy.
think I think this might be their
Crowning achievement?
Yeah, this might be
You
the
think
one.
this is their Raptor of the
This is
F-150 world?
this is
You
for
are out of your
them.
fucking mind.
I think this
This
might
thing-
work for him.
You're gonna love this thing,
I think it might work for him.
dude. Come
Look
on,
at how high it
look at the
sits,
green.
dude.
Go see the green one. The blue one's fine. You got to see the green one.
Show
Where do
me
we find the green one?
I just go to type the thing into.
Green.
Well, that's a video. Go up to the pictures. In the green one will
Images.
come up.
Images. There we
The old
go.
Pictars.
Images.
There we go.
Boom!
Oh,
Look at
wow.
that thing.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, that's
Oh, sure. If I just went to Le Guide de l'Auto, I would have found it.
Oh, sorry you don't read French auto journals to
Yeah.
prepare for the podcast. I've been brushing up myself. Dude, the green? Pull up the article. There's all sorts of pictures of it, because I did look at it. There are all sorts of pictures of this thing just fucking blasting
Just
around,
having at
doing
it.
dirt stuff with the boys. Just dudes being guys.
What a fucking calamity.
Dude, come on. Here we go.
Listen,
Shook's in.
I'm on an island right now.
You definitely are, dude.
Yeah.
Corey, would you think it's cool if it was a gas motor?
that picture right there.
No.
makes me
Okay.
want it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That
Come
picture
on.
right there.
See, this
sounds
whole
like
side of the table is going to be driving these next
You know
time.
what they remind me of? The GRC cars. Like
They
the Global
do.
Rally
That's
Cross-
exactly
Yeah,
what
exactly.
that's.
And
Yeah.
they're as fast.
No, come on. The Global Rally
Dude, this
Cross
thing has
cars?
700 torque and 500 horsepower.
For not long.
It really would be
gives a
fun to
fuck?
drive.
Is that unfair? My wife drives a car like once a day for like
Yeah.
10 miles. Best car ever. And then I can just hoon it all the time.
Who's calling it the Evo? Who's doing that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Look
it's
at
the,
that green,
Evolution.
dude. Look at
it's
the
the
green.
Mustang
I don't know.
Evolution.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
green with the white wheels.
The yellow is
the one.
real bad. Though.
Yellow,
Yellow's,
yeah.
yellow's
Real
terrible.
bad.
I don't know what their big deal is with yellow on that car. Like,
I mean,
they're
it's-
really trying for the yellow.
I mean,
Right.
it's fine to have the option,
yeah.
but why would you advertise it in that color, dude? It's bad.
Even the non-special version.
Is it called Eruption Green? I hope.
I think. I mean,
Guard green, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a Ford color, so
Yeah.
probably. So, anyways, that's out of pocket. I'm into it. Hilarious. I almost got her sold on it already. We're just gonna go drive one.
At that price point?
No, she gonna sell her on. This is the waiting game, buddy.
Yeah.
You gotta make her want
This is
it.
a long game.
It was just one just burnt down on
But-
146.
Yeah, that wasn't great. That wasn't great.
Literally.
not a good look.
And a text from a coworker.
Hey.
He's like, "Hey, gonna be a little bit late getting back to work."
That's
Sends me a
listen.
video
If a lease burns down,
Yeah.
you just gonna make sure you don't have anything you like in it.
or yourself.
Yeah, you get out.
You better
That's-
hope those doors open.
Listen, that's some of the training. No, that has normal doors. It doesn't have Tesla electronic doors.
Yeah, dude, look at this.
Actually, it might.
Look at the fire.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
unbelievably big.
bellowing smoke.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's what you can look forward to.
Yeah.
Go- everything
Shutting
go
down a
out.
highway.
But imagine being an inch higher and being on fire like that.
Get out quicker.
After you were sideways in the dirt.
Yeah,
Right.
that's how you can put it out.
Yeah.
Drive into the ocean.
If you don't pick up any dry leaves. Isn't the whole thing with those batteries like they just don't go out even underwater?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Take, like,
That's the whole thing with all batteries.
yeah.
like fire department takes 5 hours to get one out. And matter of fact, in some cases,
put it in a dumpster?
I was
In
just
a
saying
dumpster
the
filled with
Lucid,
water, yeah.
the Lucid that caught itself on fire at the Burger King. They literally picked
Murder
it up
King?
and put it in a dumpster. Yeah, the Murder King.
I saw this video of someone was using a Tesla to back a boat into a boat ramp.
yeah,
And
fucking
you could already know
brilliant.
how this went.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it was like literally there's smoke coming out of the water. Like it was just burning in the water. I'm like, that's impressive.
It's like
a
what
lot
are
of
they called? Gremlins. You can't touch water.
Yeah.
Just don't get them wet.
How does that work?
Little bit of news.
Just continue to burn underwater.
It's like a chemical reaction, so it just
Yeah,
keeps
yeah.
fucking going.
My God.
It just, or is it so hot that it pushes? Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, we need a science person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need a science guy here, but yeah, they're fucking nasty.
Yeah.
There's some of it. Some of the fire departments like, yeah, just put them somewhere and let them burn to the ground.
Yeah. Just-
Those will melt the ground around
They just
them.
burn just to the center of the earth. Just keep
Crazy,
burning.
dude.
So it begins. Volkswagen just sold off a plant in China.
Oh, nice.
Yep. That's all I'll get into.
Igor had a lithium battery catch on fire in his car, and he had to call the fire department because it wouldn't go out.
Really?
Yeah. I had to show you the pictures.
No.
Fucking insanity. Dude, fucking insanity.
Oh my god. So what did they do? What can they do about it?
First off, it looked like Stevie Wonder wired this thing.
Yeah.
Didn't help. No, I think this was in the. It wasn't in the Atom. I don't know. I think it was Atom. But I mean, it was fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Straight up nasty.
Jesus. I don't even know what they can do about it. They just look at it with you.
I don't know. Igor, how'd they get it out?
They're there for moral support.
Hey, buddy, just throw an arm over the shoulder.
Yeah. It's like a safety look at
Hey,
it.
we've all been there.
Yeah. In case anything else is we can actually manage catches fire, we'll be here. Other than that,
Just gonna
Let's
let that
see.
baby burn. Yeah. So
the
Volkswagen-
Samsungs, the phones, like we're
couldn't
like
bring
lighting on
you couldn't
fire.
bring them on planes.
Yeah, you could have.
Is that a Samsung? No.
Wow. It says the best option is to submerge the battery in water and contain it. However, be aware
Just
that
burn it
this
off
process. However, be aware that this process may produce toxic gases.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Volkswagen sold the plant in China.
Sold the plant in China.
To who?
Don't know.
Why?
Let's see. Closing. They're just not doing good. Economic reasons are already affecting plants outside VW's home country, with the automaker announcing today that it will sell a facility as well as 2 test tracks in China.
A test track.
VW is selling the factory that it operates as a joint venture with SAIC in China's Zhejiang region. However, Volkswagen also announced that it was expanding its partnership with the Chinese company, promising to introduce 18 new models by 2030.
Oh, they're just selling that dump to them?
Apparently.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah. As the plant comes after years of external pressure to leave the area where human rights organizations have revealed abuses against the local Uruguay population, which have said to include forced labor, whatever. That's a whole bunch of stuff that
we don't want to
touch that basin. Yeah.
You was coming back with just unbelievable information. I put a charger on the Miata. 20 seconds later, it started smoking. Never went out. The fire department came and pulled it out with fire gloves like 5 minutes later. So
was the Miata?
it was, yeah, I should have fucking known.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was built well.
throw a charger on that thing. That's it.
Yeah.
Really put it over the top.
Oh, I got a good one. That actually Igor just keeps on factoring in. He's paying us, giving us stories.
This is great.
Put this in the chat today. U-Haul, new trailer for race cars. Road and Track did an article on it. A larger all-new unit called the Toy Hauler. 23 feet long, 8 feet wide, which is a usable deck of 16 feet.
Yeah.
It's got super low drive over fenders. As you can see, they're made of like ziggurats. 6,800-pound capacity in 3 8-foot ramps, so you can load your lane 3-wheel Polaris thing.
Yo.
Oh my god.
I didn't actually know. I had a picture of a snowmobile motorcycle getting loaded. It's got a ton of tie-down slots. Looks pretty decent, and they're going to start making these in 2025, and you should start seeing them shortly thereafter. It's a new design they're making.
To rent this thing over a standard U-Haul trailer is going to be
No, they're going to start.
outrageous.
They're going to start getting rid of some of the old trailers.
Let's see.
No.
Toy Hauler will probably be more expensive than $54.95 per day, like you pay for a standard car trailer.
It looks like the approach angle is pretty fucking suspect on this thing. To be
They
honest.
go up. Let's see that. Let's see that. Yeah.
You might have to park that baby on a hill. Yeah.
I'm worried about the lip. Like, look at the lip
Right
from,
here?
from ramp to deck.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put boards.
Yeah.
down.
That's healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna
that's
need
any
some
lowered
2x4s.
car. Forget about
Yeah.
it.
Sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's they're
Also,
putting
does
that
it
out
come pre-polished?
for the toy boys. Yeah,
Looks nice.
First ride's polished.
It would
Everything
be
after
funny.
that's up to you.
You know what would be a funny video? You get a U-Haul trailer, you bring it back, and you like fully mirror polish the whole thing. Like fully mirror polish it, and then return it and be like, I have no, like, what do you mean? I don't know. That's how I got it.
Kept it
What do
real
you-
clean for you.
Yeah, it came like this.
Fully mirror polished the whole
Yeah, I
thing.
was impressed by the ziggurat fucking fenders on the thing.
yeah.
So you can just easily rip your fucking wheels off.
The Aztec temples.
Drive right
Yeah.
over 'em.
The best thing on
The
those new
legends
ones
of the
that they
temple.
don't like with the existing U-Haul trailers, they have these little kind of like ramps on the inside, so you don't drive off the
Yeah.
inside of the
Yeah.
trailer. And those things for low cars catch everything.
Oh yeah,
Before I ever had a trailer, I rented one of those, and I took like channel locks and I was bending them down to get my car on it.
Yeah. Chick, the trailer you brought, did that have that? The little channel in the middle? Yeah.
I put a
The English
Yeah,
channel.
Same thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than using someone else's trailer. Like nothing ends up working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just
Just put a
It's a
custom
nightmare.
metal work in.
it's a nightmare.
Jack my shit up at the hitch.
Yeah.
I can pull my car right
Oh my god, it's a lot of work. They have to jack up the
Trailers
back of the car.
generally suck to deal with.
Yes.
Unless you buy one of those boys that like lowers itself to the fucking ground.
You mean like the $30,000
We're-
They
trailer
look so cool though.
We were just
They look so.
talking,
Oh yeah.
in that green color? I keep seeing that company.
I'm
as
trying
well.
to
Yeah.
affirm one.
Yeah.
or those Japanese tow trucks.
Oh
Yeah.
god, with
Yeah.
the tank that
Yeah,
comes
you
all the way off.
Yeah, you are.
Oh.
The guy you did some work with that AutoSam stuff, he had one.
Mhm. Oh yeah, he seems like someone who would have.
Yeah.
sick
I think he
rig.
was saying
His didn't come all the way down though. His was just a mega ramp, wasn't it? With a lift
it was a two
over the
car.
roof. Yeah,
so
two
like
car.
car all the way to the top, and then it put this one. It put the one on the top at like a real suspect angle,
Oh yeah.
and then the bottom one goes in, I think normal.
we were on the way here and we saw one of the Carvana trucks.
Yeah.
We were like just waiting for Carvana to
Dude, they gotta go
to
under
out
so I
and
can
Just
have one.
unload. Yeah.
The
Because
mega
those-
nasty
Those
jet-
trucks are so cool.
They're so sick. The mega nasty Japanese stuff, it's like our flatbed, but the whole bed comes
the
off
whole
and just
bed comes
hits the
down.
ground.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah. I was watching this Noriaro video the other day, and he was talking about drifting, but then 45 minutes of it was talking about his new like Japanese like car hauler that he got over there.
Yep.
And I was mainly interested.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
super
don't care
cool.
about
So
anything
sick.
else.
I haven't watched that.
Yeah. But he was talking about on those ones that go flat, it's difficult at some racetracks because they actually take up so much space to fold down, and then you got to think you got to have your car behind that too.
Yeah.
That it gets difficult.
Yeah, we're in
Think of,
America,
like,
baby.
60 feet. of
Well, I could
road in
imagine like
Japan.
even like at Thompson, imagine like one side of the building, you know.
Yeah,
like,
you probably have
take
to
up all the
unload
space
in a lane
and
and then
fold
park.
up.
Yeah. Sick.
Like
yeah.
over the bridge, like to the side, where you just have like all
Yeah,
the
just
room.
just
Yeah.
if you're in
yeah.
front of the paddock,
Yeah.
drop your car and then get it out of there.
I still want a ramp truck. I think that's like peak performance.
Oh, with like the bed nook under it.
yeah,
Yeah, those are sick.
Peak performance. What do
Corey,
you got, Josh?
a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, we were discussing your new summon feature on the Tesla.
Yeah. I think I talked my experience with the summon feature. The actual smart summon, the ASS feature, is what it's abbreviated.
We'll
I don't know
leave
if that's
this-
intentional. I don't know if it's not.
We'll leave this out there
Yeah.
because it's yet to be determined what the actual reasoning behind this was. But Rogue Tesla hits other cars before driving off a rooftop with two passengers.
Oh, I can
inside.
tell you exactly what the problem is. Rain. Dude, no, I'm serious. My car, like,
Look at just tosses
Rain.
that
It
fucking
just-
truck, dude.
dude. And then
yeah,
That's so sick.
yeah.
Rain.
I love this video.
If it can't see the sensors though, doesn't it just like give up?
No, it just keeps going.
It'll keep warning you.
No,
and
it's like a drone. It goes full speed
Yeah.
ahead. Like
it'll keep warning you and warning you and warning you that, like, hey, like this camera's blocked. This camera's blocked, or this camera has limited visibility and all this stuff.
So this thing went. Do we have a video of it going off a
No.
roof? Because that seems more entertaining.
I'm sure, like,
Yeah.
there really isn't.
The wheel.
If there is,
Yeah.
it's not. This is just a gift.
it
that
took
we're
putting it
showing,
off a
but-
roof to take the wheel off that thing.
You know what's
Jesus,
so my car, when I tried the smart summon, backed itself off of a curb.
Yeah.
But when it did that, it stopped and locked itself. That thing just mowed down a pickup truck and just kept going.
Yeah.
Well, it probably went off the roof, then it locked itself.
Why were there people in it? If it was
Right. If it, yeah, clearly it wasn't being
Yeah.
summoned. So this,
Someone
I
left their
kind of
child in
lean
the seat.
towards driver.
It's also in Australia. Let's
I'm
just
kinda
all-
into it, something
right
I
off the
would do.
rip.
they
It's
didn't
in
have their-
Australia.
they didn't
Yeah,
have
the
their
site also
license.
added
The
that.
UHPV license.
Oh yeah. That,
Actually,
Need one.
honestly, some of them probably apply depending on what Tesla.
I got
Definitely
the,
applied,
the
yeah.
quad motor.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Site. Let's see. The site added the police had not yet ascertained whether a system error or driver error led to the crash.
I feel like they just blame Tesla.
Yeah.
That's
software.
basically what
for
happened.
everything.
remember they did that to Priuses for a long time,
Oh,
and they were
yeah.
like, it's just old people mistaking the gas for the brake.
They trying to pull out of somewhere in a Prius though. Like, good luck. Like,
Yeah.
you need, like, there's nothing behind that thing. Like,
Yeah, you need some real fucking runway.
I drove one once and almost got in an accident. Like immediately driving.
They're
it.
pretty miserable.
Yeah, it just can't get out its own way.
No, I think you have to shift it out. They had like modes, and if it was an eco mode, it was like dangerous for street mode.
The eco, yeah, that's what it was.
It's fucking scary.
I took one as an Uber in fucking San Francisco.
Yeah, of course,
And
dude.
like this chick driving it is
Yes.
driving it like a manual. Like hitting buttons as we start to like go up a hill, like
like
bombing
it's
a
a
hill,
spaceship,
like
dude.
AC off, sport mode on, bomb the hill. We get to the top, AC back on, eco mode.
This was-
I was like, what are we doing? Just leave it.
I was gonna say like those hills in like San Francisco, like on one of those things.
Yeah.
It was struggle.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I was looking at some 4-cylinder Nissan delivery van to replace the candy van.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're gonna have to fucking turn the AC up to go up hills with this fucking thing, dude.
Remember, you put anything in it?
Oh, it just fucking explode.
Even what's the payload like?
Cheap. Oh, I have no fucking idea. I just said no. But
Yeah.
I was like, I can't even believe I didn't know Nissan made a delivery van that's a 4-cylinder.
Yeah, it's like based off of Sentra, I think.
Yeah, it kind of looked it.
Because I've gotten a couple at work and I've seen them.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're tiny little 4-cylinder.
Yeah, no thanks. We're going Chevy.
Well, I think it's time to talk about it.
Uh-oh.
We've seen their effort, their marketing effort. You could have watched that and had no idea they were actually trying to sell you a car. But Jaguar has finally introduced their new Type 00 concept vehicles.
Do you have pictures of the real ones?
Harry,
Harry had a video about it.
there should be some.
They
Let me
look-
get some
it looks-
Of like the
photos.
real vehicle?
Let me
yeah.
guess. Yeah, because
Oh, I didn't even know that.
It looks-
Yeah.
Better and crazier in real life.
I mean, as most stuff does.
But even Harry, who's trying to be nice about it, was Harry Metcalf is like loves Jags.
Yeah.
He's like, it doesn't make any sense why there's so much hood. Why is there so much hood?
I think it was Mike Burrows posted like a side by side like that and like a Rolls Royce, and it was like a 1-for-1 scale.
Was it real?
Yeah, it
Right,
was
'cause-
almost like windshield line, roof line, hood shape, everything. It was almost like a 1-for-1 layover.
Matter of fact, I think Chris Harris.
No way.
Is that it right there?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Like a Grand Theft Auto car.
They did
That's
them.
exactly. It looks like a video game.
They did
car.
them only in
Get
butt
that
plug
before
colors.
GTA 6.
Flesh colors
They're
only.
like no, it's like only butt plug colors. It's like butt plug pink and butt plug blue.
I think it was on Chris Harris's story, but he said copy nothing, huh? And it was just that picture of the rolls and.
I mean, it's crazy looking. It's a weird concept thing. That the freaking video they did was. Why do they always gonna have a weird dude in it? The video they did was unbelievably strange.
Why is what's that?
Look at those pedals.
Why
Pedals.
is that? What's that
Is that
shelf
wood?
like
Don't-
at shoulder height?
It's a 2x4.
Dude, this is hey, this is stone. It's stone.
I mean, here's the thing. Remember the Cybertruck when the,
Those screens
the
motor up.
It's the
prototype?
car version of a Cybertruck.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, the Cybertruck did eventually end up coming out.
It's true.
Dude, every time you really put that guy in the picture?
He's got
I think
lady
he's just a
fingers going on.
journalist.
The only thing that I'm seeing.
No way he's a
Oh
journalist.
wait, no,
AI.
no. He's yeah. What is happening here? He's got a notepad.
If you made that English Racing green though, fucking be losing my mind.
I think it's the
I was
color
gonna
that's the
say.
problem, right?
yeah. If that was British Racing green, I'd be like, let's go.
If it was gloss black,
And the
if it was
the
There's
sunroof,
parts of it that I think look pretty.
the
cool.
roof is
Yeah.
full
If you want my
glass,
opinion,
Yeah.
but-
but it just has stripes like the butt on it.
it's got like the squatting dog effect, like the old like Chrysler Spitfire Crossfire thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Anyways, I mean, the renders are fucking
Yeah, the
horrific.
renders are just not good.
But I don't know.
They got it pretty close to the render.
Listen, they don't have anything going for them.
Yeah,
So you
what-
gotta
that's
do something.
that's
That's
exactly
what's
it.
a Hail Mary?
You
Yeah,
come
dude.
right between the marketing campaign commercial and
You
this.
see the dash goes away when you turn it on.
This
And
is the most anybody's spoken about Jaguar for like a decade.
I think
Ever.
Which one are you saying? Like
that dash
increasing the
fails
price
day
point?
one. That's the
Oh,
stone.
yeah.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
the stone.
So was it like Hyundai? You were saying by like increasing the price point, it's like you're attracting more buyers.
Yeah.
I think by them increasing the price point, you're gonna get the buyers, like the people who all bought the
What is
Cybertruck,
that
where it's
thing?
like, let's look like
It's
look
just
at
a
me
thing
in
down
this
the middle.
thing.
Yeah, because if the Cybertruck
To
was
get
like,
hurt on.
was like 50 grand,
Yeah.
people would be like, what a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know, now like, it's kind of cool.
That's when you're using your tech deck and you want a nose blunt across to the
Hell
just,
yeah,
fucking-
dude.
just pop on.
I mean, so the dashes pop up when you start it. I mean, that's risky for Jaguar.
There's zero happy time happening in that car.
Dude, it goes all the way to the back.
Yeah, buddy.
Did they have like the boat planks out back, like the rolls as well?
No, that's a solid. That's a solid stone beam.
Yeah,
I like the divider.
that's structural integrity.
Yeah.
Stone buttons.
They didn't cover whatever that was. This, I think, this is a render.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pictures of the real car exist. It sucks that the renders are all over the place.
The cool thing
Was that a
is
machine gun? What was coming out?
It
of
was
the
a
side?
turret.
I love that.
There's only There's
Yeah, I
only
said
these.
if that was British
Copy
Racing
nothing.
Green, it would be fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be like, wow, these guys are fucking swinging for the fences. And if they didn't put in that crazy ass commercial, I didn't even know what that was about.
I think the reason why it's these colors is because they said they're not interested in their existing client base, basically, right? They're
it's like an entire like new.
Yeah.
I feel like every Jag guy person's pretty cool though. Like, do you know Jag people who are like dicks?
I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know a Jag guy.
I know like two.
Yeah, I know one Jag guy. Just
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, he is very cool.
What's he got for a Jaguar?
He's got
Jaguars guys are
he's got
passionate,
like an
dude.
E-type.
Yeah,
No fucking way,
yeah,
really?
he's got
what's that?
he
That's
has
the
an
damn-
X-type wagon because he's brought that over before. He has a S-type R, which is like the supercharged V8.
Yeah.
He let me drive it, and it was actually really fun. Like genuinely, is very cool.
Big
This
Jag
thing right
guy.
here.
bunch
That
of
I
other things, yeah.
still to this day, Project 8 in purple with all the graphics,
Oh, yeah.
I'd 100% be into.
Yeah, dude, I think Jag guys are really into it. That's like Harry Metcalf's a fucking huge Jag guy. He's got one of those.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was trying to be real nice about it. I mean, he did a good review on like just seeing it in person. It was a good video. But I don't know. I mean, it's a concept. Who knows? Not many companies are like Tesla where they're going to literally put out a concept the next day and be like, yeah, you can buy it now. And it looks just like this, even though nobody likes it.
Yeah.
Every time I see a Cybertruck, though, I'm like, there she is. Ugh.
There it is, right?
Yeah, there's one I see almost every morning near my house, and I'm like,
That's all.
Jesus,
That's all I
dude.
can think of.
every time I come around the corner, like it's like going because we're going like perpendicular to each other. It just goes. I'm just like,
There's definitely not a normal person driving one.
no, it's
Like, you're not going to just run into just whoever.
Yeah,
It's going to be somebody with a story.
It's not
There's going to be a
like
little hair on it.
so.
yeah, a little hair, a little hair
on.
The crazy. My
popping over to
story
Home
about
Depot.
the charger that didn't work that like this past summer.
Yeah.
There was a Cybertruck there trying to charge as well, and like it was like a 70-something-year-old guy and his wife. He had just picked it up.
Yeah.
And like the charger wasn't working in general. I'm like, why would you buy this?
Fucking take
Like-
40 minutes to charge, throw the old lady in the back seat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plenty of room.
It wasn't charging. He would have had all day.
Dude, good for him.
I saw they're having some issue with like snow getting caught in the headlight.
The video I seen the other day, and it makes perfect sense of that's gonna happen. So basically, the big LED strip that goes along from the hood to the front fascia, if you will,
Yeah.
that's not like the headlight. That's just kind of like a running light or whatever. The headlights are actually tucked above the front bumper and below that fascia, and they sit back inside.
Yeah.
So the guy's like, well, it just snowed a little bit, and it was like 2 or 3 inches or whatever. For one, he has to go out there and clear off the snow. And at first, I'm like, is this Tesla guy complaining about clearing off the snow?
That's what I thought too.
I'm like, what, you lazy asshole? You just got to clean snow. Everybody does. But then he's like, well, no, when I'm driving and it's snowing and I'm in the storm, this is going to inevitably build up and cover my headlight. And I'm like, oh, that makes perfect sense. It's logistically, it's going to happen.
He didn't help himself though, because like half the video was him like plugging his charger in and something else, and like he didn't
Yeah,
get right
as
to
I
the
said.
point.
Right, yeah,
It
yeah,
was
just
like,
kinda-
it was like, all right, come on, guys.
No
Like, we
fucking normal guy owns one of
No,
those.
he's got to show off the whole truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's like.
Did he have a
probably
hamster wheel in the
as
hood?
you're driving, like snows? If it's snowing, snow would
That's-
just like pack into that area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can show you the photo. Not
you
that
got the
anybody
photo?
circled. Yeah.
I could see
Well,
them
not that
forgetting
particular one, but
to like test that.
Oh, down
Um,
there?
Yeah,
Headlights
if
are
you
right
put
here.
Headlights at the end of that. There's a good photo that.
I actually thought that top part was the headlight. I never.
This is how you
realized
fix that. You just run more current through them and heat them up.
Yeah.
yeah. So
They
I
did
had
that
no
with
idea.
The Chargers.
Oh,
That was
really?
it. Yeah. So their Chargers, they claimed that they were having a problem with sometimes
Do a little roof
if it's
light.
really cold, the Charger would like freeze in the port.
Uh-huh.
So now they do something where it just like heats up.
They just run a dangerous amount of current through it.
Probably.
Boom.
Yeah, probably. I don't know, man. Lights are pretty bright. It'll make its way through.
You know what? Could have bought another truck. That's my. So you should have bought another truck.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, I think it's great. Every time I
Keep
see
it
one, I know there's an adventure going on. Someone's on an adventure. It's the spirit
They're
of
in
adventure.
an
dude.
adventure to figure out how they're going to pay for the thing.
Yeah. Why the fuck did I buy this? Is the adventure?
Yeah.
It's crazy to me how many.
They really
I've seen.
should make a cyber SUV and just flatten out the back roof and just
Just cut it right off.
put bench seats in the back. Done.
Trim it up.
Minecraft car.
Dude,
Yeah,
cyber SUV
yeah.
would be fucking would sell like crazy. Just the biggest,
you-
dumbest box SUV.
The closest thing to that, have you seen those new Hyundai Santa Fe's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're atrocious.
Yes.
They look like
They're
that.
horrific,
Yeah,
dude.
they're so bad. Well, there's one in our town it's matte shit brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yep.
like, why would
It looks like it was made in
you look at
Roblox.
this? Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
a gloss shit brown EV one today in front of a guy who like tests cars for a living's house. And I was like, there it is. The fucking strangest, ugliest thing ever.
Yeah.
And shit brown.
That's all I had for news. Anybody have anything else worth
Yeah, it was like
newsing?
jack shit.
I know Jaguar. they've.
Yeah,
was
I mean, it
I
was,
think they set out to do exactly what they wanted to do.
Yeah, the car's whatever. If they just put out a video that like showed a peek of the car, people would lose their shit.
Yeah.
But they put out like that fucking like video that I'm definitely put club music over and fucking promote my case with.
It just oh no, what was it? It was the Mitsubishi Mirage. Do you remember that commercial? Or no, the Eclipse.
The Eclipse.
The
Yeah,
Eclipse.
I know exactly which one.
Mitsubishi Eclipse.
The one that Chappelle showed.
So I was gonna say
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much
yeah.
so that Dave Chappelle made a skit about it. Never forget. Maybe it's gonna be one of those things.
For the Jag, I don't know if it's true or not, but I read that they're not even going to make that exact car, so I don't really.
No, they're not
understand
gonna.
I
like
can't.
that.
That's I think that was just a
Like a
showcase
design
of the
exercise.
yeah exactly
Just a-
like
yeah.
here's the direction
Yeah.
we're going to go.
Yeah.
We're going to charge you $140,000 for everything, and now we want to sell to basically James Bond villains.
Cheeks only.
It's a shame because the F-Type, like the newer F-Types,
F-Type was awesome.
are so cool.
They were cool.
yeah.
I did like that one. I've never hadn't gotten to drive.
But they
one or
don't
anything
sell
like that,
anything
but
now, Jaguar.
I don't even
Isn't that
know.
what all those
honestly.
articles said?
No, right now I don't think they're selling anything.
Are there,
Well,
are there
I mean, they're not even trying to sell anything right now.
No, they have the F Pace. I think that they sell that. They have
Do
the
they?
I
new
don't
thing.
think they're. I don't think right now. I thought I had read
thought-
that.
yeah, I read they're
were-
not doing
they were,
anything.
Like taking basically a year off from making cars.
What do you do?
Yes,
as a
I
dealer?
swear to you, this is an actual thing that I read.
Hey, sorry, dealer group, we're taking a year
They're-
off.
at the dealers. They're selling whatever. I mean,
We're
they
gonna
have
make
plenty of
European
inventory.
dance
They
yeah,
sell
videos.
cars,
ton of
so,
inventory.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh
jeez.
wow! So I wonder.
It's right on their website too.
I wonder. I mean, the F Pace is pretty cool. Like the SUV thing is pretty rad. I wonder if like, hey,
Okay, they
strike up a deal.
I like that.
They
That
say-
Pace is cool.
We rented one. I mean, it wasn't like a special one, but we rented one in California. We drove it around everywhere, and it was great. Tons of room. There was 3 of us inside of it, and all the shit we wanted to do.
Can you imagine being a Jaguar dealer? You've been at it for years, and then Jaguar's like, hey, we're taking a year off for something really cool. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
And then they put that commercial out, and you're like, all right.
Could you imagine
On-
the
Good
angry
night.
phone calls they're
Oh
getting
my
at the
God.
dealers? Like at the
On
dealer
their
level.
website, once you get past all the other stuff, and you got to select region where you are, there are 5 vehicles showcased.
Oh, good.
Whether or not you can actually purchase them, or there's some on dealer
I mean,
lots.
there's a
I don't
Jaguar
know.
dealer
Be
here.
clear about those.
SUV, Jaguar F-Pace, Jaguar E-Pace, all-electric, Jaguar I-Pace, sports car, Jaguar F-Type, sedan, Jaguar XF.
Oh,
Now,
you still get an F-Type? Let's go.
I don't know,
Grab them quick.
how inventory is by any means,
Bountiful.
but it's at least on their website.
Beautiful.
So that is that.
Maybe they have such a backlog of inventory.
Well, hey, I hope they have fun on the year off.
What do they call it when you get out of high school before you go to
Sabbatical.
college?
Sabbatical.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, a leap year?
a gap year.
Gap year.
Gap.
Gap year. They're taking a gap,
Gap
year.
year.
Taking a
Gap. I don't think gap years are like recommended, especially for businesses.
I don't think.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna take a year off. See you when I get back.
Oh my god, what a crazy thing! Where's your Jaguar dealership around here?
So
it's Warwick, right next to
Norwood.
Pepe's.
There's one in Norwood.
Jay Kaplan's.
You're right.
Yeah, we go to
You're
Jay
right.
Kaplan's.
Yeah, but they also do range, don't they? Or Land Rover.
yeah, I feel bad for that dealership, dude.
We should go through it. Hey, what's going on over here, guys?
Yeah, I'll go there in a second.
yeah.
They have the off-road trail. We can flip the LX
Trying to
on
get
it.
a shoulder for them to cry on.
They
You
have
know,
that
how you
off-road
guys holding
course.
up?
You ever see that?
Yeah, of course.
So, did you know why they stopped using it?
I assume someone fucking flipped over.
Yeah, they got a fucking. They had a Jeep on trade, and the sales guy was like, "Hey, try it out on the off-road course," and they flipped
The
it.
first thing that would ever flip would be the Jeep.
According to this, accurate or not, I don't know. But Jaguar Boston has 35 new vehicles on the lot.
There you go. How about Jay Kaplan? Jay Kaplan's. Is he done with Jags?
It didn't come
He is
up.
after this.
He just took the website down yesterday.
Was there ever standalone Jag dealers, or were they always like?
Jay Kaplan's was Jaguar.
Jake
Just
Jake
Jag.
Kaplan's
Yeah.
Jaguar. Yeah, it's
I feel
still
like
No,
they
it's
had to like sell
Jay
other shit,
Kaplan's
too.
Jaguar.
still there.
Yeah, it felt like you had to get like a group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to also sell Land
No,
Rover.
Jaguar Warwick.
Still
got,
there.
Oh, he's got a white with a red top. F. They're called
that-
Fs.
F-Type,
that
yeah.
white
F-type
one
R
is good.
dynamic.
Whoa.
450,
F-Type R dynamic, yeah, in the red.
that one.
82K. What's that
Yeah,
thing
that's
do?
reasonable.
Imagine the depreciation over the gap
Incredible.
year.
Does it have an V8?
It's
Isn't
like a
that the
stone
eight- I
to the
thought-
bottom of the
Chris
ocean.
was-
I think they do.
Yeah.
There's one local to us that has like an
My brother was
exhaust
looking at
on it, something
Volvos
really
that were
good.
79 grand the other day. Look at this
5-liter V8 supercharged.
Oh my god.
Come on,
God
Daddy.
bless.
It's an Aston Martin new for like $82,000.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
The problem is you got to drive. It's like you got to drive a Jaguar.
Let me hit that express payment button. What's that doing? I can throw a credit card in for
You
this?
gonna affirm that thing?
Boys, we're financing.
What do you think? You think they're cutting deals?
Hold on, lease.
I mean, I don't know if they know
what.
what's going on. So you could time this right and go into a dealership and be like, "We'll give you whatever the fuck you want."
I'm fixing it.
They
72
tell you how
months.
much it costs. You just show them a copy of that new Jag.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
your negotiating power.
Yeah.
0.0%
you just slide
APR.
it back across the table. and be like, hey,
really slow.
think about that. Think about that. Oh.
Boys, I'm
Think
not
about
even
it.
trying. We're at $13.50 a month. You know, we're gonna get there.
Solid.
Cash deal.
Is that make an offer like eBay?
Oh, I love abusing that.
Dude, I
Divide
use
that by
shit.
4 and I'm
I
in.
love that.
That's how I accidentally bought this watch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you're like,
just
they'll never
accidentally
take
bought
this
a watch.
offer.
Yeah, there's no way. Oh shit.
Oh shit! Did I leave money on the table? That's exactly what happened to me.
I don't buy anything if I can't make an offer.
No, of course, dude.
No, I want to win.
I didn't even fucking look.
And if they counter offer,
Watch game strong.
yeah.
Like
They
Chrono
counteroffer?
24.
I go back with an even lower one.
Yeah.
Dude, I go on Chrono 24 and make offers based on what country they're in.
Yeah, we check,
I'm like,
check,
oh,
check,
a lot of
out
money
that
for
I'm
it.
like
currency.
Japanese currency shit right now. Let's go.
Yeah.
You should be lucky.
You should be thanking me.
Let me help
Check the
you
world
out.
news. Like, all right, who's hurting today? Go on, sort by country.
Help me
what
help
do we get
you.
in
Real
Georgia?
cheap, real cheap Russian watches.
Yeah.
right now.
444 horse. All right.
Let's talk to the boys.
Yeah.
All right.
Gentlemen, how long have you been in the fabrication and, dare I say, parts development game?
Well, all right. So officially, I think since 2021,
Okay.
that's when we started our business. Like actually started the LLC.
Yep.
But we've been doing car shit for
Just in general, right? You both have
a while.
Yeah, a long time.
just
Probably.
Yeah.
Realistically, probably at least 10 years.
Okay.
Probably
Oh,
longer
wow.
than that,
but
honestly.
but yeah, we started like the actual business like 2021. And it's really just stayed like kind of a side gig for us.
Yeah.
For us both. You know, we both have young kids and stuff like that. So so yeah, we've been kind of just cruising at dad o'clock every night. Just kind of
Yeah,
like
pretty much.
Data clock.
yeah,
we
dad,
call
like,
it.
that is-
Yeah.
that's what this is right now.
I like
dad
that.
o'clock.
start your
Data
second
clock.
job at
All right,
like
I appreciate you
8:30.
spending your
Uh-huh.
data
Yeah.
clock time with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids
so
asleep.
yeah, kids asleep. We actually had to leave a little bit early today, so we had
Yeah.
to skip. Yeah, but yeah, like we've been doing it since then, and like it's kind of grown. It's grown. I want to say slowly, but like in a good kind of slow,
Yeah.
where it's like it's not popping off, right? Like I'm not. We're not like crushing it.
I feel like
But
the past year is
we're doing
definitely
we're doing
busier.
yeah we're doing like our schedule's like pretty full all the time.
Yeah.
Which is
I got a
great.
whole
Which
heap
is
of,
good.
heap of stuff for you right over the other
I
side
know.
of
We,
this wall.
yeah, right?
Oh, did you guys look at that thing?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
A real head scratcher.
Got some mics that can be built. So let's kind of go back even further. Really, what pushed you over the top to come together and try to create something?
BMW parts.
Okay.
Is really is
Yeah.
I think the first thing is that probably like started it was like we so I had an E36. We both had E36 at the time, and BMWs use like a really weird bolt pattern that like pretty much only BMW uses, and I didn't want typical BMW wheels, so I had the idea to drill the hubs so I could use a more common bolt pattern, 5x114.3.
Yeah.
Which is like the most common pattern. You can get all nice like Japanese light wheels, like forged like racing wheels and stuff. And you know, that was like the first thing where we kind of came together on and, you know, started doing that type of thing. And a lot of people when I did those started expressing interest, you know, in that.
Yeah.
And yeah. So,
It just kind of
Yeah.
took, you know,
yeah.
showed you that there was something behind it.
Yeah.
yeah, and so like I actually signed up for it's called a makerspace. I don't know if you've ever heard of these.
Yeah.
So like, there's a makerspace in Hartford, and they had a CNC mill, and no one knew how to use it, so it was always free. So I got a membership there, and we were just banging out hubs there.
Oh, that's
That's
awesome.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, and like, so I would just walk in with like a big box of parts and just like run them there and sell them, and we were like doing it to the point where I'm like, let's just buy a machine.
Yeah.
You know, so we
Hell
bought
yeah.
a Haas, like a CNC mill.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it's like if you're a CNC guy, like Haas is like the Honda Accord, right, of like CNC machines, right, where like it's gonna get the job done. It's not like your Mercedes or anything like that, but it's not a toy either. So
Right.
so yeah, I just kind of bit the bullet, and we all at the same time. Really, it's like we found a new shop space. We had rented some other spots before. Got a new shop space. Got the machine. Like it just kind of grew. So like it grew to the point where you're like, okay, this is like pretty serious. Like I'm gonna need like an LLC. I'm gonna need you know,
Right,
all
have to
that
do-
stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
And it was so much work, and luckily, like you know, I didn't have a kid at the time. You had a kid at the time.
Yeah.
So but it was even more stressful for you. But I had the time to kind of like, you know, make a website and stuff like that, and like, you know, do a small amount of marketing for the hubs and stuff like that, and get like a kit, you know, and like a lot of people don't realize like how, like when you're making a part, you want to sell it for a car, like there's a lot to it that you don't really think about. So it kind of gave me some time to do that. And yeah, so like we've just a big part of what we do is those 5x114 hubs.
Yep.
For BMWs.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by kit? You mean the actual part, and you know, is it something as simple as like the boxing and how it's going to be delivered, that sort of stuff?
For sure. So you like on the surface level, it's just a couple of hubs that like are dual drilled for both bolt patterns, right?
Yep.
So then like you take a next step further, and you've got E36, E46, E90. You've got M3 versions of all those cars. So you end up with like a bunch of different part numbers of what you're making.
Right.
So you're like, okay, that kind of complicates things a little bit. And then you're like, okay, so like, what are you going to do about your brake rotors, right? Because now those don't have the holes you need. So we came up with an idea to 3D print a template so that you can just drill it yourself.
Okay.
So you don't have to like send us rotors.
Yeah.
Because like no one wants to give UPS all
We
that
do
money.
offer that service, but
Yeah.
the template is pretty cool because it clips right into the existing bolt pattern
Yep.
on the BMW rotors.
Yep.
And it gives you guide holes to drill them, because the holes for the rotors don't need to be 100% accurate.
Right.
Because really they're located off the set screw on the rotor that holds into place. So, you know, that kind of helps the customer in the end, because they're not, you know, they don't have to ship us, you know, 100 pounds of brake rotors.
Right. Back and forth.
Yeah,
and-
exactly. If they don't have the equipment to
And-
drill it themselves.
Yeah, so it was doing that, and then you know, just kind of and then shipping them, right? And like even stuff as kind of silly as like quality control of like making sure that all the hubs that we're making are shipping are already processed and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And like we built stuff in to like just kind of make sure, like, because you know when you're kind of doing stuff, sometimes one might just kind of slip through or something, you know. Like it's like with anything, right?
And
like,
you want to make sure you're, you know, providing the best possible product you can from.
and I think that's what we're really big on is like we've worked with shops, or like we've all bought parts from places that have just shit customer service.
Yeah.
I won't
And
say
quality.
exactly which one. Shook knows which one I'm talking about.
So does Chris.
So is Chris. and like people who won't like get back to you like on emails and stuff like that, and you're like, dude, I spent like $1,000 on your parts.
Right.
You're not gonna send me an email back. So like both of us are like try to be super on top of that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And because you know you want a good experience, you're buying parts. But yeah, building in a whole process, and that's just so like all that we just talked about is just like one thing, right? Like one product.
Right.
So then you start doing other stuff, and like that's it. It just compounds really.
Really, just you can spend a ton of time just setting one thing up, and that's
Yeah.
before you even make it, or you know.
Yeah.
What is your workflow? In other words, all right, hey, we're going to make a bunch of these hubs today. You focus on one thing and do that, or
Yeah. So, and this is on the CNC side of things, so that's why that's kind of my side of things. So we like most of the time it's by order. So like I don't really like to keep an inventory. So basically, like I'll get my like kind of raw materials and supplies. Actually, buy a lot of hubs through FCP.
Okay.
And then we modify them, and then so basically, like an order comes in, we can get stuff on FCP next day, and then process them and get them done. And usually, I think my average lead time on hubs is like 3 days to ship, and I try to let people know, we're not Amazon Prime,
Right.
but,
Yeah.
and occasionally I keep things in stock, but it's one of those things where you guys know how it goes. Like when you keep things in stock, it's money.
It sits there.
Right.
Right.
It's money, not.
It's never the right one.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
Never the right size.
Yeah.
Never the right
Yeah,
one,
I got E46 M3 ones that have been sitting for a while. So if anyone wants,
that's the other
E46
thing
M3.
too. Is it's weird too how it works for the hubs, at least because I see it happen. Is like you'll get like 1,000 orders of the like non-M E36 hubs.
Yep.
And okay, get a couple extra or whatever, and make them to have in stock, and then they don't sell for 6 months, and it's only M3 after that. So
Right.
it's there's so many variants to the BMW like hubs, depending on the cars, especially when you get into the newer stuff. That it gets there's a lot of part numbers to account for.
Yep.
Do you make anything newer than like E82, E90?
No, E90s right now the newest we've done because I just haven't gotten my hands on anything newer.
No, I haven't had too many because I think the other thing for the newer cars is a lot of the companies that make like really like quality wheels have started to offer their wheels in sizes and bolt patterns that fit the BMW bolt pattern, which is fine. But I'm like, the whole reason I did this is I'm a sucker for like old like Japanese wheels.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
you wanna
want, like, a
run
certain
those.
wheel on a car, and and especially for the older cars when you get into the E36 and E46, those newer bigger wheels don't necessarily fit.
Yeah.
So like you're not running 19s at an E36. It's going to look terrible.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yeah. So, but with the newer stuff, there's not really a demand as much for it because there's offerings for those platforms that fit them. And, personally, I don't think those cars are really being, still when you go to a show, a track, it's you're always seeing E36s, E46s.
Yeah.
Always, those cars kind of, they blew up and they've stayed like that for a while and for good reason. So,
And I think that the target person who's doing this is like a lot of drift guys, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a no brainer. Like I had so many people reaching out being like, can I just buy rears, instead of the full kit? Because like, I just want to, share wheels with my buddies at drift events.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, sure. So now like you can go on the website and just buy rear ones or just front ones or whatever you want, So like I think drifting is really kind of what started it. And then, and then from there we've had kind of everyone we've had custom bolt patterns. Like people want like 5x112, 5x, we've done other things. I can't remember if we did.
You make adapters?
No, they're all just like,
No.
like would I?
As a standalone product.
No, I never liked adapters, I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've run them before, but in my opinion, it seems like a liability for something that's just not as good as what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and the other thing too that we haven't mentioned with the hubs too is BMWs are all the lug bolts, which is fine, but if you're at the track and trying to change wheels and tires fast, it's pain.
Yeah.
So the go-to for years and still to this day has been for people to convert to a screw-in stud.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but and this is a public service announcement. They are a wear item. They last for a season, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you take them off a car, they will be bent, slightly bent. The threads deform, everything after a season. Especially, drifting, probably less realistically, in my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Because the threads will get deformed because the wheels and tires are going off so much. But
I was gonna say, I think this past year at FD, there was a pretty big incident with that.
yeah, it wouldn't surprise
Our
me.
man Igor's let go on his Atom and he lost a wheel.
Yeah. So it's the
Of course,
So
it's
he was
Igor.
just like
of course, it's Igor.
serving a purpose in the chat today, dude.
So another thing that we offer too is if someone, this is a more permanent thing. So it's like the normal hubs, we offer both bolt patterns.
Yep.
We offer a service to do press in stud. So if you want to run like an ARP stud, that's a lot stronger and those will last, it's still a wear item, but it's going to last a lot longer than the screw in stud.
Yeah.
Threads are not meant to be in a bending situation like that at all. So for a screw in stud, it just doesn't.
And even
it's
that,
not a long-lasting-
especially with drifting
Yeah.
or any motorsport, realistic, like
Yeah.
the frequency of on and off.
Yeah, all
It
the
just-
time.
yeah.
If you have a car that's going to the track at all, you're taking the wheels on and off all the time to
Yeah.
work on it, to
Yeah.
inspect things, whatever it may be. So It's not like a normal car where they're going on for 6 months and they're never coming.
Right, and you're good. Right,
Yeah.
it may be changed once a year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
What are some of the other parts that you guys would like to make?
So our E90 that we built, we tried to make as much stuff as we could.
Okay.
So like, solid motor mounts, trans mounts, diff mounts, or diff bushings, subframe bushings, wing stands,
Yeah, adjustable arms.
adjustable
like that.
toe arms, the toe arm lockout plates. Like we probably have like, I don't know, 10 different parts
At
for
least,
the
yeah,
E90
we have a lot of parts on
that's
that
kind of
we
ready to go, but we wanted to test them like thoroughly.
Yeah, yeah, for
And
sure.
Selector rod, that was another big one.
Oh
that we
yeah,
did.
shifter selector rod.
But yeah, we wanted to test them and kind of what we did at the end of the year. And so over the winter, we're going to be putting all that stuff up.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, we wanted to, so we built the E90 because, we're both E36 guys. I mean, especially him, like he owned E36 for a long time, and I owned mine for a long time. I love them; they're great cars. But like for us, for a business, like we wanted to represent like what we're capable of and like what we can do.
Yep.
And you really don't see E90s, and they're really, in my opinion, they're really slept on. The chassis is absolutely incredible. They're way lighter than people think. Like our like race car is like 2,700 pounds with us.
Oh
in it.
wow.
It's light.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, because the new cars, you got to think they make certain like suspension components all aluminum. They make them light and everything to make them as light as possible for emissions purposes. And then they just cram it filled with stupid, useless stuff. So
Right.
with all that out, they're light. But so we wanted to develop a chassis that's not so common. And like really, we go to the track now still with it, and like we're one of, if not the only E90 there.
Yeah.
Especially non-M.
Yeah. You'll see M3s
you'll
for
see
sure.
M3s,
But our kind of idea was with it was it's 250 horsepower naturally aspirated straight six. It's and it's light. It's not much different than an E36 M3 at the end of the day.
Right.
Is it
Right.
N52?
It's an N52. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. N52. So I thought it would be really fun. I mean, I owned one. Like it was a really nice like street car, and I was like, this car would be sick as a track car because naturally that's where your head always goes.
Yeah.
And we decided everyone makes parts for E36, E46. Don't get me wrong, still love that market and stuff. But like anything that you can make is not. There's a million companies that do it and do a pretty good job at it.
Yeah.
So there, in our mind, there's no real improvement to be made over some of the aftermarket parts that are already available for them. Whereas the E90, there's definitely a big hole in that market.
Plus that chassis, if potentially like in the next decade, oh cool, those are more readily available. They actually will probably naturally become the next in line. I'd assume.
They're already. We bought our car was pretty beat up and it needs some work, but it was perfect for what we needed it for as a track car.
Yeah.
But we bought it for $500.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
dude.
your car
they're-
is
they're-
all day long.
Your car.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Should we
the
bring it
E90
up?
platform's pretty cheap on.
Their
that's
car
what I
is
was just-
fucking sick. The car's
It's
so
on
goddamn
your
good.
They're sub $1,000 cars all
Yeah.
day long,
Yeah.
and people sleep on them.
Well, so what's it, a 330?
Ours started off as a 325.
325, okay.
So
Yeah, we'll bring it up. That's a picture right up
yeah,
there.
really,
Go up.
My Instagram's
yeah,
That's a
There you go.
video.
yeah, they're all videos.
where is it?
I think-
Raph.
Yeah,
Was it Raph posted
Raph,
photo?
actually,
took
yeah.
really good
Okay, let
pictures,
me
Yeah,
switch
Raph
that
came up
real
and blessed
quick.
me with some pictures at the
Yeah.
shop. Yeah, it
No,
was-
that thing is
Those
so
are photos
sick.
I saw of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
they looked.
And you
Yeah,
guys
very
do
tight.
other stuff that's not CNC stuff. You do fab of all sorts.
Yeah, so Nick handles the CNC stuff. That's his specialty. I do fabrication. The main thing that I do, and I guess people know me for, is I do a lot of like stainless and
So
exhaust
fucking
stuff.
sick.
It's cool, man.
Look at that exhaust, dude.
Center exit exhaust is
Fuck yeah.
primal.
We spent like 2 weeks.
Yeah, so
longer
that
than a
exhaust, you
normal
can't
exhaust.
see it from those pictures, but the exhaust I actually spent a lot of time on because I had an idea in my head that I wanted to do for a while.
Yeah.
On BMWs, because of packaging constraints, you have your front bank of your front 3 cylinders and your rear 3 cylinders on the headers are separate. And you can really, it's very difficult, in some cases impossible to get them really truly equal length.
Yep.
And this is the same thing with this car. We have like spec headers on it. So like that's just their unequal length. So I actually made the midsection, it loops around over the other side to make it equal length.
Hell yeah.
So if you heard the car in person, it really does not sound like a BMW. It's very, very smooth sounding. It's
Yeah.
not raspy. It's like, it came out really, really good. So,
Yeah, we
But
took
yeah.
the whole thing down. Like
Car is so tight.
It's
So
so
good.
fucking dope,
everything
dude.
got sandblasted and powder coated.
Yeah,
underneath
yeah.
it.
Every single suspension component sandblasted, powder coated. I'm just gonna say this because it's my favorite part of the car: the red button on the steering wheel.
Let's see it.
The old
It's
go
for the-
baby go
it's
button.
for the communications system. And honestly, I'm even drift people. Everyone needs that in their car.
For real, just
It
get
turns
like
your
a-
driving experience into like a Call of Duty lobby.
just
It's
like straight up
Yeah.
Discord chat with your friends
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the track.
Yeah.
I don't know why we haven't been doing it for
yeah,
fucking
yeah. So like your
10
friend in the
years.
pits can have the headphones on.
Oh,
and
that's
you
cool.
Can just talk shit.
It's the
your friends,
coolest-
your friends driving.
Coolest
can do it.
experience.
No
Last time he was driving it, I was calling him a bitch the whole time for not braking later. I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
screaming at him through that. But yeah,
You guys have been driving the balls off this thing as well.
yeah,
We've
yeah,
been trying to.
yeah.
We really want to test our parts, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean,
You gotta get out there.
you gotta,
ride
yeah,
out
you
those
gotta
track days.
put it through its paces.
yeah. So
So sick.
No Sulev warranty on this.
no, definitely not. On
No.
this.
God damn, those risers are insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
send
It's
cut send.
such a
Send
cool
cut
looking
send.
car.
There he is.
Yeah, it's such a cool looking car. Also, I really like the wheel choice.
Dude, the wheels.
Yeah. It brings it together for sure.
What are those 57 DRs?
Yeah, 57 DRs.
Now, is that
So
5x114 or 5x114?
Yeah,
Oh, of
5x114.
course, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, 5x114. So
It looks so good on those wheels. It's the best looking wheel on the chassis.
Yeah.
It-
yeah,
It's
yeah,
fucking
I love how
insane.
it looks.
Dude, yeah, the car. I remember you guys brought it to the track day, and it was just like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
if only you could have saw it like when we first got it. It was
It was we call it the
Man.
Wish.com car because like it's
because at the time when we got it, it was like a navy blue color, which like I feel like every single E90
Yeah.
is that
That,
color.
I swear,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that color. Yeah.
So at the time when we bought this, I had a very, very nice, same exact color navy
Yeah.
blue E90, and it was like my daily, and it was like super mint, and it was lowered on like some Wed Sport wheels.
Yeah, I
and
think it was
stuff like
sick.
that. Yeah, and it was a great car. So we got this thing, and this thing was the biggest hunk of shit. And we parked it next to it. We're like, oh, we're jokingly called it like the Wish.com version
Yeah.
of that car. So and
Nah, it came out so good. You guys painted that thing too, right?
So that would be Johnson Auto Body. who
Yeah,
painted
but
that
it's
there
it's
by-
paint.
yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
sick.
Oh, it's paint. Yeah,
it's ultraviolet off
Yeah.
the 911.
GT.
Oh, love that.
Good.
Ultraviolet, yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing's so sick.
Yeah.
So you do other fab.
Yep.
That's you around in the shop.
I do.
You
I
doing customer
focus
by customer
on-
stuff?
Yeah,
That's what I thought, yeah.
focus on like fabrication, and I genuinely like very much like just motorsports like setup
Base
and
stuff,
everything.
yeah.
Like that's what like I am. You can ask him. I'm like the biggest nerd and like the big like. I just like everything. If I touch anything, it's got to have a torque wrench on. It's got to be paint mark. Like I'm just there's something wrong with me, and that's just how.
No, that's if,
That's awesome.
that's way better than being the opposite.
yeah, for sure. Especially if you want to go on the track. So-
Yeah.
And this is why, like, I did tech for years at Lock City, and like
Yep.
everyone gave me shit because I'm strict. I'm like, no, it's because your piece of shit is gonna fall apart. On the
There's
track.
there's a
And,
reason.
like,
Right.
no one can
There's
drive
a
for
pair
2
I know.
hours,
Right.
like because
Right.
you know it's
Yeah,
not
we're-
hard.
Cleaning up a yard sale,
Exactly.
parts that came off
Yeah.
your car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Battery came flying out of the trunk.
So much fun in tech inspection.
Oh yeah, I
They're the
I
best.
remember Chuck would come through tech inspection.
Just to
I'd be
watch,
like, look
dude.
at this piece of shit. Like
Just the
it's
guy's
ugly.
right there.
But that's how you do it sometimes. Sometimes you need to shame people.
Hey,
until they
tough
realize
love.
this is dumb.
Right, tough
like,
love.
The stuff
No,
that
it's
I've
true.
seen in tech, it's
Dude,
for
it is truly
drifting.
appalling sometimes.
I will never forget this kid had an E36 and he showed up and he jacks up the front of the car and I grabbed the wheels. It felt like it was about to fall off. All the lug nuts were tight. I'm like, what the fuck? And I look under it and he had just installed his angle kit. I'm like, all right, red flag already. And I look and the nuts that hold the tie rod and the ball joint gone.
Just not even there.
I'm like, did you trailer this here? He's like, no, I drove it from Worcester, Mass.
Oh
Good
my
Lord.
God.
Yeah.
Little squirrely. Must be the power.
All that stock 325 power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, being OCD about that stuff, I guess, is not a bad thing.
I mean, especially right if you're going to put that mentality, behind a company and behind parts that you guys are going to develop, it's perfect. That makes perfect sense.
And the other thing that we were joking before, like talking about these and like how we could definitely over-engineer something for it.
Yeah.
Because, like, literally, like just putting together like this car, there would be nights that we would go there and we would be discussing how to mount one thing just so it was like functioning perfectly. And like, I think that's such like a, and like I tell customers this all the time, like literally, like I know I probably should, but like I'm not going to charge you for my time like thinking about stuff because
Right,
I
right,
want
right.
it,
Yeah.
but like at the same time, like there is like so much thought that needs to go into certain things. especially for a car that's being used at the track. You know, because you're not only thinking about reliability, but you're thinking about serviceability, and you're thinking about, you know, all these other things. You know, is this exhaust gets hot, this needs to be away from this, or, you know, there's just a lot that goes into it.
Especially on vehicles that were not purpose built for this stuff. You're taking something and just, all right, I have to rethink the original, you know, engineering thoughts behind this. Are you two, you know, what's your schooling like? Is this something that you just naturally picked up, both of you? You know, did you go to school for bits of engineering, different things like that?
No, I was a machinist well, I guess I still am, but I was like, my day job, I was a machinist, and I started working at a software company, making the actual program, the program that programs CNC machines.
Yep.
And I'm still there.
There's a way to learn it.
Yeah. So I'm still there. I'm an engineer there. So I that's my day job, and then like just through doing that and like being involved in manufacturing and like meeting people and like stuff like that, and like we didn't talk about this too, but like I do the majority of our work or on my side of things is like aerospace, medical, stuff like that. So like things that keep the spindle turning, and they're not fun, you know, it's work.
Right.
But it's like, you know, done a lot of that, like a lot of late nights, overnights and stuff like that. And so that's kind of like where kind of trial by fire a little bit. So I try to hold myself to like those standards that the inspector at the next place I'm making these parts for are going to hold me to, you know? So I feel like I kind of had to learn that way of like, okay, I'm making stuff for, you know, I did a lot of medical stuff. So like a lot of parts for things you don't know what they even do. That's how you know you're a real machinist, right? When you make shit, I don't know.
Just got to recreate this.
Yeah, so I think that was really like my schooling, as lame as that sounds. But yeah, I never went to college.
No, it's real world, you know, using stuff and developing stuff for real world applications, you know, can definitely set the foundation of, oh, let me try doing it this way, or, you know, understanding things.
Yeah.
I have no real schooling as far as like any of the fabrication stuff or anything like that goes, or cars really. Like I grew up with my dad was always into cars, but when I say into them, like he was only like, he had cool cars, but like he doesn't know how to do anything on it.
Yeah.
So I always liked cars, but I was always like an idiot and wanted like not a normal car that I could just buy parts for.
Yeah.
So it's when you own something like that, you kind of have to like,
you're forced to, I got to figure this out.
So like the first car that I like really like, you know, got into that wasn't like just off the shelf parts. Actually, before I had my red E36, I actually, and like a lot of people like that know me from a long time ago, like I had a Volvo 240, like that was like a drift car. And that was like my first, like, you know, I've seen all these videos of people in like Sweden and stuff like that. I'm like, this is the coolest shit ever. Like,
if they can do it, I can do
awesome. it. And I had no idea what I was doing. But I was like, it was cheap, and like you could like junkyard parts and like whatever. And like, you know, you just mess around and, you know, fuck around and find out, I guess. But, yeah, I mean, realistically, it was a lot. And then like I actually, you know, one of my friends, Paul, who lives in New Hampshire, he kind of like really started like opening my eyes as far as like the, you know, getting deeper into fabrication and stuff like that, and like kind of you know, helped teach me like a lot of things that kind of helped like improve my skill set. And you know, and that, you know, knowing someone that knew how to do like this kind of high level fabrication work, and like being able to watch them do it, and you know, just take it in and learn from them.
Oh, for sure.
You know, but realistically, like this type of work is like no different than like driving at the track. Like seat time is everything. Like the more I'm like sitting like behind the welder or you know, whatever it may be, like I every single time that I do something, I'm like learning something from it.
Yeah.
And you know, that's basically it. That's all I've ever really done. So,
which is, in my opinion, is probably some of the best ways. Again, real world experience and like seeing how stuff's actually used. That's the other big thing too, is, you know, you're at the track before. So, all right, here's how this thing is going to be abused and what it can take while we're on the track, or what we're going to throw it on the track. Yeah. It can really, I think, translate to your thought process behind making stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
What does this upcoming year look like for you guys?
So we with the E90, we want to do endurance racing with it.
Yep.
So like we really like the mass tuning track days. I don't know if you guys have driven any of those.
I've
but-
heard nothing but good things, and I've known Armin for a long time. I'm gonna start. I know they did the Black Friday sale. And I should have taken advantage of it, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably hit all the ones in Thompson this year. I hope.
Yeah, so like I signed up for a few of those, with this car, and but we really want to do some like, we built it for Northeast GT, which kind of went under like right after we like
That's how it
right
always
before
goes.
we finished. Yeah,
I
we
built a
finished
truck for
car.
the off-road rally. You know,
Yeah. So
we've all been there.
buy that new Ford now. So we built it for that, but we're definitely we want to do at least Champ Car this year
Hell yeah.
at Thompson, and just kind of start wheel to wheel.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so like that car is really pretty, but like we really built it to actually race it.
To
So,
use, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
yeah,
kind of
so-
funny because when it was at the place getting painted, they were like obsessing over like details and stuff like that. I'm like, Doc, this thing's gonna
Not even.
first lap out. I'm flipping this thing.
Yeah.
So like, don't
Just
make
throw
it
some
perfect.
purple on
Yeah.
it, call it a
Yeah.
day.
They were like, even when it was done and like we're loading on the trailer, they were like upset about like one. I'm like, what are you
Dude,
like?
yeah.
And if you guys could have seen how bad this car was before, like it was like
we bought it on the Cape. We went up there and
he was asking like
$2 grand for it, and we kind of went up there and we were like, "Dog, no one else is coming to the Cape to buy this thing." Man.
Actually, what he's missing is that we got there and he started talking to the guy, and I just walked over to the car, didn't say a thing, and I opened the hood and started just talking shit about how
There
much
we
the piece of shit
go.
it was. And
Good cop, bad cop.
yeah, oh yeah, big time, big time.
But yeah, we got it for $500, and
That's
he had to
fucking
throw
awesome.
also a
Oh
tie-down
yeah,
strap.
yeah, because we forgot one strap, so we only had 3 straps to hold the car down. And this guy had the trucks and stuff. We're like, you probably got a strap. We're like,
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
500 and you got a strap.
Pretty good deal.
Yeah, that's a solid win.
Oh, that's amazing.
Are there some parts that you look at and like, oh, we got to figure that out someday?
Yeah, right. Because like you look at like there's a lot of companies who make sick parts who like I think I kind of look up to, right? Like we both kind of like Condor or like places like that who like we're like, all right, these guys make like some cool stuff and they're big into E90s too. And then you see other companies and you're like, that's not that great, right? Like we could definitely do that better. But like give them credit, right? Like they went through the process of like getting it to market,
Yeah.
which is like a big step
For sure.
But there's like, there's always stuff that can be done better, and like we want to keep doing more with like 3D printing. We have a 3D scanner. We do a lot of CAD stuff, and like do more with that, and kind of outsource the printing to get metal 3D printed stuff, and then start machining that. So
Yeah.
like basically like get like almost like a casting, right, or your base model from a place that does like 3D printing aluminum, and so like I want to do stuff like that, and I think Bear would feel the same because we talk about it ad nauseum
a lot.
and so yeah, like really just kind of move into like some of the newer like manufacturing stuff, because like I'm a big CNC nerd, so
Yeah.
like some of the new shit that's coming out is pretty wild and like completely outside of our price range, but there is ways to get your foot in the door by like basically getting it done overseas and then starting to modify it once it's over here. That's just one example, right? But yeah, get like kind of use the newest technology and make some cool shit.
I wanted to touch upon, have you guys experienced or have anything in hand yet that is 3D printed metal?
I've just through my day job,
Yep.
we've done some stuff. Like our software can like program that kind of stuff. So like I've definitely seen it, but like not that much. So like
not for something
But-
that we would
yeah.
use.
Okay,
yeah, 'cause
that's
basically-
because I'm fascinated by it, and
Yeah.
each time I hear about it, matter of fact, we had Joe Booth on talking about 3D printing in general, and I
Yeah.
started to pick his brain about the 3D printing of metal stuff. I just don't know enough about it. I haven't really gone down the rabbit hole to look it up either. But like, I want to see some in hand, and just if somebody told me, oh yeah, that was 3D printed it via it just kind of mind blowing.
Yeah, so the like one of the newer things that's happening is it's called hybrid manufacturing. So they'll take like a CNC machine and they'll strap basically almost looks like a MIG welder on it, and you program that. So like say you have a part that's super expensive, like a turbine blade or something, right? And it gets damaged. You put it on the machine, and then you would actually like add the material, and then you would machine it back away. So
Right.
you would, so you get literally both, right? So like you could machine, or you could like 3D print like an unmachinable part, and then machine the parts you can get to.
Yeah.
So like I think that's the way that we're heading, is like it's going to be kind of a combined, venture of manufacturing, and again, like kind of outside the realm of the E90 parts right now. But like if you kind of keep your eye on it, you can start leveraging some of it.
Yeah, where can you
Yeah.
utilize it and kind of take off of something?
Manufacturing's cool too, because it's like we know a bunch of people who do really a lot of the same stuff we do. So like we're all friends. So like if I don't, I don't have a lathe right now, I know 5 people who do, and I can outsource my work to them.
Yeah.
And and like we're all buddies. So it's a pretty cool like sub community of the car community.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure, right? Because it's a whole nother whole nother, like you said, sub community. Because you get so far down the path of, I mean, I'm sure could talk to people or that we know talk about lathes for 5 hours straight. That whole world is machining and tooling and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
For the track curious and the guys getting into it, E90 stockish, how do they on the track?
Well, ours is, for all intents and purposes, ours is a bone stock engine. Our car has 190,000 miles on it, and I don't know if that engine's ever been replaced before. And it just has headers on it and no tune, so it's not fast right now. It needs to be optimized, and that's one thing we're planning on doing over the winter. But the car is, in my opinion, like night and day better than any. I think he could, because he probably has the best experience, because he's done a lot of grip stuff in his E36 M3.
Yeah.
And this car is way faster than that.
Yeah, it's wild.
Like
It's
a lot faster.
it's quicker. I think you should say it's quicker around the track.
Yeah, it's quicker. Yeah,
Because
not
it's-
faster.
it's-
yeah. Right now, it's a straight line.
we get
Straights
point-
is
we
difficult.
get
yeah.
point buys on the straight, and I'm like, dog,
I-
I'm trying.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm really trying.
I'm not even waiting for the point. I'm
No,
just not
for
getting
sure.
around yet. Yeah.
You were talking about a Miata passing you on the straight earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was not fair.
yeah,
It
that was a
case
bit
swap,
different.
but-
Shout
But
out to that guy with
Yeah.
the K-Series Miata.
Yeah.
But that's sick. So something to get into cheap. They can throw some coils and sticky tires on and have a nice track rig.
when we went up with you guys to Cannon, we had Bear's car.
Oh yeah,
his
yeah,
his
I had my
E90.
Uni90.
Yeah.
That was pretty
And
much
It was,
stock.
it was a blast.
coilovers,
It was
yeah.
a blast.
Because they have, like, as far as like for grip stuff goes, like, it doesn't really matter for drifting. I'm sure it would be. Actually, I did drift that car and it was pretty good, but the ABS is absolutely the brakes on these cars are insane. Like, that's the biggest thing, is what manufacturers are doing for, like, when you get into the more modern stuff, is they are just overkill on the brakes all the time. If you notice, every car now has crazy
Mega
Brembo looking
brakes.
caliper, huge,
Yeah.
and they're using ABS and everything to compensate for that, so you're not just locking up the brakes everywhere.
yeah,
So the braking capabilities on this car are absolutely like insane. Like nothing I've ever experienced before. It's like we can brake in that car so late compared to what I have experience with. It's pretty wild. So the braking and the cornering, the ABS and traction control in it is
Yeah.
like really crazy. I'm actually kind of excited to drive it on a wet track. Because I think the traction control would be actually like, because you can set it into a couple different modes.
Yep.
So I think it'll probably be pretty good. And I'm, like I said, I'm like a big nerd with the car setup stuff. So I've actually like, with the newer cars, it's pretty cool because you can, I have like BMW specific software that I'm able to like, code stuff in the car. So
Yep.
like right now, like it has no interior, no anything in it. It has no lights on the dash, like nothing.
Right, just,
'Cause I
pulled
code
it all.
out.
Yeah.
But you can code, you can like change stuff, like manipulate the ABS settings for, track use. BMW has like a GT4 like motorsport ABS, and all that is like a coding like firmware flash in the ABS. So like I've done like stuff like that on that. So it's like, it sets up the brake bias a little bit better because we have different brakes in stock. We have like M3 and 335.
Okay, that I was going to ask you
front
if you.
brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we have 335 rear brakes on it. So it sets up the ABS a little bit differently for that. But it's as far as like bang for the buck go, it's like if you want to have a good time, like the NA cars are just insanely reliable. Because you had a 1 Series.
I still
right?
do.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I still do. Yeah.
those engines are so reliable.
Yeah.
Like they're
We
I'm
we
trying to have a good time for $500.
they're
that's
you
seriously
go,
$500
boys.
bucks.
Stab it in the
God,
spray.
our,
yeah.
our car, like it I mean, last time we were out at Thompson, we were 122s in it with like V730. So like, it's fast and like it's. And I mean, the tune is not optimal. If we
It's like
tuned
200
it would literally gain like 50
Yeah,
horsepower.
it's
Like,
yeah.
tune. I'm not even kidding.
200
Yeah,
horsepower right now.
Do a 3-stage manifold.
No, N54. I had a 3-stage and I had a very bad experience with it, and
Okay.
I'll never put those on a car again.
I know
And,
everyone like gaps about them. My
No,
car
it-
has it.
yeah.
The N51 came with it.
Oh yeah, N51 does. Yeah.
I mean, but
So,
cars won't stock. So
So the problem is with it with with those manifolds for like track use is one, they're really really big. So if you have to work on anything like a
Yep.
track environment, like especially we're trying to go endurance racing.
Yep.
So and if I have to work on something in the pits, I don't want to be like having to pull the intake manifold off.
Right,
Because
it's
just to get
in
to
the way.
anything
Yeah.
around it, you've got to take it
And
out.
I mean, the other thing is just another failure point.
Yep.
I mean, there's 2 DESA valves in it, and they fail like regularly. And I had an issue with my old car where the DESA valve actually broke and like sucked a piece of plastic into the engine.
Oh.
Luckily, it didn't harm anything. But still, I was like, I don't. It's just one other thing to fail.
Yeah.
And, the N54 intake is not optimized, and that's one thing that we're actually working on this winter. Is we're actually because on those cars you don't need to run a throttle body. The throttle body is only there as a safety. They actually use the variable valve lift to change your RPM. Like that's your throttle body.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So we're working on a
Just
we're
dumping
working
it?
on a setup that is something that we hope to sell in the future. We're working on basically a plenum, like an S54 plenum.
Yep.
Because that's the biggest, in my opinion, one of the biggest things lacking on N52 or an N51 engine is intake manifold. Every factory option is super restrictive. The N54 upgrade or 3-stage is still pretty restrictive. N54 is obviously not optimized for it because it's meant for a turbo car. So it's not great, but the thing is, like, there's so much room to be improved with that.
How's the sound stock wise? Just sound. Does it sound like a?
It sounds like a BMW straight
Okay,
six.
yeah.
It's just they're really quiet. Like,
Yeah.
the thing is, like, the biggest difference that I noticed going from an E36, E46 to an E90 is like an E46 feels like a facelift E36, whereas the E90 just feels like a
Different
car from
chassis.
the future
Spaceship.
compared
Yeah.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just when they did the E90s, it's a lot more like it's a lot more. I don't want, or I should say, a lot less agricultural feeling than the older cars, right?
Yeah,
Like,
mega refined.
yeah, they're way more refined. They're smooth. They're quieter.
Yeah, just because that's hell from E36 to that, it's like 2 decades realistically.
Yeah. Well, even an E46, like it's crazy the difference. Because if you get an E36 to an E46, it doesn't feel that different. But when you get into an E90 from an E46, you're like, holy shit.
It does like cool stuff too. Like we can run like an AIM like digital dash just straight off the factory ECU.
Oh, that's
And,
awesome.
Yeah,
Sick.
all canvas. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and like just like little shit like that you kind of like as you're going through it, you're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
You know, or
Right,
like,
just brings you that world
yeah,
basically.
and like everything's just kind of work really well in the car.
Yeah.
And, like the whole, it's got like basically a flat underbody factory, right? Like it's,
Yep.
Yeah, they put plastic shields underneath. So as far as like an aero aspect, like it's beneficial because
Right.
it's like a flat floor, right?
yeah, just things that you would have to do anyways, right? Like
Yeah.
you'd have to we don't have to run a standalone ECU to get like data. We can just get it right from, it's like not the best, right? Like it's not like
It's actually, to be honest
no,
with you, it's really good.
no, I mean like as far as logging goes.
Oh,
like,
well, we
we're-
could log it better.
Yeah,
right?
we could log it better.
Yeah.
But that's really us just buying the right dash. but
Yeah.
but yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah, like so we have AIM, like race dash
Yep.
in it. And literally we have full capability of everything in the car hooking up 4 wires.
No shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The only thing that we had to add is an actual oil pressure sensor to get a reading, because the factory they just have a dummy light, so it just tells you, hey, you have no oil pressure, your engine's already blown up.
Yep.
So we had to just add that in. But literally, other than that, every single thing is just run off the factory BMW powertrain CAN network.
Wow.
So
Man, it does sound like a great chassis to just start to develop.
yeah. They're I think they're super slept on. I think it's probably the most slept on BMW right
Yeah.
now at the very moment. Like we said, the M3s, no one sleeps on E90 M3s.
They're sick.
The best
Yeah.
engines, sick trans options. Those cars are unbelievable. But for the non-M versions, everyone goes towards a 335 because it's turbo, and those cars are nightmares. Especially if you get one that's not maintained. But the NA cars are super fun for the money.
Yep.
Like And realistically, like when you actually get into like racing, you realize that like all of these like race cars like aren't really necessarily fast. Like
Yeah.
Spec Miata cars aren't like fast, right? You know, they're just like super quick in the corners and stuff like that. So realistically, at the end of the day, you having, 300-400 horsepower is not going to help you at all in a racing environment.
Yeah.
So, and it's going to put you into a class that requires much deeper pockets. So, and I think in both of our opinion, it's kind of more fun to go as fast as you can with like not a huge budget.
Right. Just start. Yeah. It's certainly more engaging and rewarding when you're like, oh crap, we shaved, a half a second by.
Oh, we get so pumped over a half a second.
Yeah.
Like, on the radio, just like,
Oh yeah. If you guys could have heard like we did two track days and they were both on. We thought they were 100 treadwear tires.
Yep.
So already pretty grippy, right? And we wanted to test it on the last track day of the year with the 200 treadwear, which is what the race series typically say you need to run a 200 treadwear. So we had some kind of mid-grade 200 treadwears that I put on, and as I was putting those on, I realized that those tires were actually 40 treadwear. So like all of my like hopes and dreams were like dashed. I'm like, this thing's gonna be so fucking slow on 200s now because we went from a 40 to this.
Yeah.
And when we went to that last track day, I was 0.1 faster than
Let's go.
on the 40
Fuck yeah.
treadwears, and then you were 0.2 faster. Yeah, and we were like so hyped.
Yeah.
0.2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like it's like it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
and it's cool too. Like we did like some adjustments on like the wing angles and the
Yeah.
splitter angles and stuff like that. And like it, like you guys know how it is with like a big project and like like to be at that point. We're like, fuck yeah.
Oh, right.
Like,
You're
we're
refining,
like,
right.
Yeah. We're not like, Bear's not underneath the fucking dash welding the cages. Or like, I'm not behind the computer. Like, it's just like, it's been really fucking cool to be able to like finish a project.
Yeah.
We've been able to just like actually like develop it. Like, sort of,
So that's like, I'm still pumped about that. Every time I see it, I'm like pretty stoked that we did that.
Right. You guys did
And
that.
Yeah. Like we're like, we like built something that's pretty cool. And like, like we especially like Bear knows that chassis inside and out. So like I feel like we're pretty good people to like kind of start pushing that thing forward.
For sure.
And so
because one like the other thing too is like when we both like got into drifting, we both kind of like had E36. Like he had an E36 first, and then I bought one like not like long after that. And like when we started doing it, there's really like there was like hardly any E36s drifting. And
at least around here, like
around
City,
here,
like Lock City,
yeah,
and stuff like that.
I like Lock City and stuff like that. There was like there was like maybe like I think there was two. Like Adam Daniels has like a Vert, and there's another guy who had like a sedan with like a V8 in it or something like that. I think he had a 302 in it, but no, I actually think he did, but
No, he really did.
Yeah. So like, and we kind of like developed those as we went and like, made changes and like saw like how good it worked, and I'm kind of like hoping to do like the same thing with the E90 and kind of make that a little bit more of a popular option, because realistically right now if you want to buy an E36 and go to the track, they're expensive now. So like if you want to like do some track stuff and not break the bank, like E90 is a super good option.
You can find one like you said, Facebook Marketplace, wherever. Just pick one, make sure it's the NA model, and
you could go on right now and find one for $50.
You can even buy a 335. I mean, like, you could. I mean, but like, you could buy one for under 10 grand.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And like to get one, like that's crazy. That's a fast car.
Yeah,
and like a good handling chassis.
Yeah,
and for under 10 grand, that's kind of a bargain.
Yeah, for what you get, it's pretty crazy. And the parts aren't like crazy expensive for them either,
which is good. Yeah,
it's super easy to work on.
Yeah. Especially the NA cars are like super, super easy. And like really like the NA cars like that. So the N52 and N51 engines are the last naturally aspirated inline six engine that BMW has ever made. They haven't made one since then. So it's kind of cool to see like, when you compare it to like he has the E28 and you compare it to like the old like M30 like single cam like engines compared to the newer stuff, like how advanced it got.
Yeah.
And but those engines are just so they really genuinely improved on like so many issues compared to the previous like M54 generation engines. So they're really seriously pretty solid engines. So there's tons of cars. You'll see them out there if you look like for sale with 200 to 300,000 miles on them all day long. So they're rock solid.
I mean, they're taxis, right? In Europe.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
right.
like,
yeah.
Right.
Legit. Yeah.
Like,
so
they.
Yeah. But
Well,
Sick.
it's exciting to hear because there's a lot of cool stuff that is out there, and it seems like you guys are going down a very good path. And I think you're in a good spot too because you know you have day jobs, so where you can focus on something for an extended period of time, and I'm not losing all these man hours. Just you know,
That's like a big point too. Like shout out to everyone who like is like one man show LLC. You know, like it's tough, man. Like it's tough to make the jump to do it, and like I can do it right now. Like to jump into doing it full time, but like that's your only job. And like I know people who you know who are doing it. So it's like it's like a lot of people don't like think about your friends who are own their own business. You know?
Yeah.
Because it's a lot to kind of manage. And I think the main goal is like to be there someday where we're like this is our full time gig.
Yep.
But in this economy.
Well, like the other thing too is like especially for like you know like fabrication stuff or like even building a car in general, like there's so much thought that goes into like you know so it's not only like your time in actually making the part or building the car or whatever. I mean, I need to order these, you know, you order oil cooler fittings, you know, our oil cooler uses $500 of AN fittings. So it's like, you know, you don't want to screw up an order on the wrong AN fitting because then you're out like a significant amount of money. And, you know, there's just a lot of thought that goes into it. Yeah. So for someone to, you know, just doing that, it's a lot. It's a lot.
There's I can't remember where I was just gonna go with that. Well, I just lost it. Sorry.
Oof, gone.
That's it. It was it. I think it's getting late. Oh, that's what I was gonna. Yeah, it's just like our buddy Swoops and stuff like that. He does fab stuff, and it's just the time that goes into, like you said, it's not just I have these components. I'm gonna make them. If you're by yourself, or even a couple people, shit, we got to order all this stuff. Now wait, all right, what are you doing while you're waiting? We hear it all the time from either KD, not fab stuff, but just all in that same vein.
Yeah.
And then you're ultimately held to waiting on stuff or whatever all the time. So yeah, it's a tough gig. Yeah. If you have friends out there who are running 1 or 2 man shops, go support them however you can.
Check on your friends running businesses.
Check on your boys.
Definitely.
Where can everybody find you guys?
I mean, we have NDI MAchine Instagram, which we always will respond to DMs on there.
Okay.
We don't post much, but we're there.
Yeah, we're always there. So,
Lurking.
But you know, also obviously the website has all our contact info. We're in Somers, Connecticut, so we're pretty we're really not far from Thompson. Actually, not last year at Sager, the year before, someone broke their diff and we went to the shop and I welded a new diff for them. Oh. They were driving the rest of the weekend. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so really it's like probably like 45 minutes. Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's right next to the big flaming volcano.
Yeah.
What's the name of that place?
The what?
Sonny's place.
Sonny's place.
Fun
I was
fact.
driving by there with my kids and like the volcano exploded and they were like, we gotta go here.
Yeah.
I haven't been there in a minute. I didn't know there was a volcano.
Oh yeah, that place is insane. That guy's always building new stuff.
Is it like mini golf or what?
It's
It's
mini
like
golf,
anything you
zip
want.
lines,
It
started
off
carts.
There's a golf range.
If you want to get Mike Lynch really mad, talk to him about Sonny's place because he hates that place.
Does he
that
really?
guy,
Why?
And I'll tell you why. And he's probably listening to this, and he knows that it's true. It's because that guy's better at skirting the town laws than he is. Because that guy will do all types of sneaky shit to pass like certain ordinances to do a certain thing and do a certain addition.
Yeah.
He'll never admit
Oh,
it.
you
but I
drive
know
by
it's
that
true.
place, you're like, they built most of this at night.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
They for sure
They
do.
do. Yeah.
For
they do.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. So
Imagine
Our
one
neighbors.
morning waking up, driving by, and be like, "Where the fuck did the
It's just
volcano
a new-
come from?"
Dude,
Dude.
legit, that is.
Our neighbors over there,
Yeah.
that construction only happens on national holidays.
Yes.
yeah.
When's the building instructor
Yeah.
the building inspector out of town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw the foundation down. Then.
They
Yeah.
also work at Sunday. At
I was
like
just saying
3 p.m.
Sunday,
Yeah, it's
right?
just so wild.
Why is that going on right
It
now?
was like the whole thing got paved on Thanksgiving Day. Like, what's
like,
going on?
At that Sonny's place, they had all these like signs out and stuff like that, like for some town ordinance, and then like I wasn't there for like a weekend, and I show up and they had this huge zip line thing that's like
Yeah, the zip line thing's sick.
Showed up. I'm
It's-
like, what? It just
it's
showed
like
up overnight.
it's just like the action park of Connecticut.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sonny's
it really is.
place
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I got to check that out someday.
Do a
Boys,
shop tour, go to Sonny's.
yeah, exactly. Boys, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Everybody can go follow them on Instagram, ndimachine.com. Hit them up if you're looking for some hubs, different things like that. learn about the E90 chassis. If you want to rock an E90, I'm sure they'll answer some questions, sell you some parts, develop some race car materials. You know,
There you go.
they'll keep it
Make
going.
cool shit.
Would love to.
Yeah, making awesome stuff. So big shouts again. Thank you for joining us. That is Shook. Do you have any closing thoughts before we, wrap this up?
Don't
do drugs. Solid. That's a good one.
Hey, if you're selling a stick shift E90, holla at me. I'm fucking sold.
Dude, I know. It's there. There we go. Another problem. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining in as usual. Thanks everybody in the chat. Thank you to those who hit us up with some donations in the chat as well. We always appreciate that, and it genuinely does help us out. So we will be back next week, and then the boys and I actually have to talk about the schedule because December gets real wild.
I won't be here next week. Speaking of December getting wild.
Okay, so it's going to start next week. So you'll hear from us.
If you're in Utah, hit me up.
Yeah, you'll hear from us. Yeah, exactly. Go out there. Hit up the, what is it, Sugarloaf?
In Utah?
I don't know what it's called. I'm just guessing.
Park City.
Park City.
Let's
There
go
we
the easiest one. Park City. Yep.
Big
Save a
shout
lot of
to
money
Utah.
going to Sugarloaf.
So we will see you later. That's all we got. Goodbye.
Later, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Bye.
listening. See ya.